Yes! Manchester City make it 4 cup wins in a row in the Carabao Cup. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, Chelsea fan.
Happy days, boys. Into the top 4 finally after a successful weekend of Premier League action. I'm ready to talk some Hall of Fame. I'm ready to talk some Europe. Yeah, I'm excited, man. What are you lot saying?
Superliga. I'm joined by Ernest, a Manchester United fan.
Hey, forget them, man, bro. Atletico messed me up, bro. Like,
Atleti. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, it was nice seeing Tottenham fans leaving Wembley, all gloomy and that, you know. You get me?
It's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Fam, the Premier League is on pause. It is all about what's happening in Ligue 1. Let's go.
The Premier League is finished, ladies and gentlemen. It is done and dusted.
Finished, bro.
Finished. Look at it. Let's kick things off. League Cup final business. Manchester City win 4 League Cups in a row. This is Manchester United-esque stuff in the 80s. Or is it Liverpool who did it in the 80s? Sorry, Liverpool-esque stuff. Of course, Tottenham losing the final yet again. Exactly, SWC. It's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again. Oh, there's so much to digest, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what a first half performance from Manchester City. They absolutely battered Spurs in the first half. Yes, it was only 1-0.
We got Guardiola. But that's what was sick as a leaving. Say that you want me.
Say that you want me.
Say that you need me.
Say that you need me.
All of the time.
All of the time, because we got
Guardiola.
Hey, listen.
Trust the
I've never known you guys to be City fans.
Obviously, the Arsenal fans, Robin.
Bro, Oscar, don't go like you didn't know that. Like it was an epic chant.
I've never heard that. Like,
oh my days.
I've heard the Guardiola part.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard that story.
What? These guys, bro.
I've heard it, but I don't know the lyrics.
You got to know the lyrics.
Man, I'm studying chants just to sing for Tottenham, you know.
Bro, the lyrics are the same for every chant that is in that song, but obviously just Guardiola at the end. What was I gonna say? I listened to the match on radio, Talks 5 Live actually, and other stations are available, of course. But I was listening to, and I didn't realize fans were at the ground. So I was sort of like, is this fake noise crowd or is it fans? I wasn't quite sure because I didn't know that they were going to have any. Apparently, they had 8,000. Is that correct?
8,000 strong, currently.
Strong, yeah. So, bro, in the car, I was listening to it. I was like, this sounds so epic. Hearing genuine fans, because Man City were giving it to Tottenham for the first half. Like, all I kept hearing was Man City chanting. And it was like, I think Tottenham got like a throw-in or a corner after I don't know how long. And the Tottenham men just started cheering and proper going mad. And
well, you got to remember, Pete, it was a home game for Man City. This is Etihad South. You know what I mean? This is where
it is Etihad South.
It's Etihad South. So
you're right.
Them man were vocal, and their team had all of the balls, so they had something to shout
Robin, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Man United need to buckle up. Like, what is this?
Bro, fam, what's it called? On the radio, they were saying, you know when they show 10 minutes of possession and they give you an indicator, bro, how's there one stage Tottenham Hotspur have 1%? In 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes, they had 1% possession.
Nah, Tottenham were in the mud.
Bro, they had one shot on target with 2 shots all game.
Guys, do we agree that sacking Jose before a cup final was the biggest mistake of all time?
Oh, it was a horrible decision.
Howler.
Freaking howler.
Horrible decision.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that these are the reasons why. As much as sometimes the quality of like La Liga, sometimes like mostly is better. This is the greatest league in the world, bro. Because you'll never get them stories in Portugal's mad. But in Spain, you'll never get them stories. France, bro. You will never, bro. The only manager in the league to like consistently go head to head with Guardiola and give him a match is the one that you keep. Not Ryan Mason, bro. You know the ones.
29 years of age. He was younger than some of the players that were playing.
He's younger than some of the members of this podcast. What's going on?
Good grief.
Oh. He was looking like a prefect, bruv.
It was ridiculous, Ernest. It was an absolute joke. Like, do you know how, like, Jose Mourinho is known for winning trophies wherever he's been, no matter how muddy it looks. But trust it to be Tottenham Hotspur, where he gets the drought, where it doesn't happen. And the story is that they sack him before he even gets to do the final. It's just, it is so amazing. It's so amazing.
At my workplace, yeah. At my workplace,
yeah.
People genuinely think that Levy sacked him. I'm the only one that's given the Super League reason, which is he wanted to just let him go because he knew the 350 stimmy was coming. Yeah, but everyone else is saying that he sacked him because he didn't want Jose to have one over him and say, I won a trophy. And I'm like, that sounds ludicrous to me. Yeah?
Ernest, it's more than that.
That sounds wild to me, yeah?
Ernest, it's more than that because I remember what I said.
No. Guys, what do you lot think is the reason they said? Because it's nonsense. Bro.
I said it last week. I said it on the podcast last week. I literally said like the same way Conte sued Chelsea for improper. What's it called? Something about dismissal, improper dismissal. Jose came to win trophies. Had he won it, how can Daniel Levy sack him after winning that trophy? It's all about money. Of course, it's about money. And they thought, you know what? Rather than paying him off in case it goes well, we're going to just pay him off his 36 million, by the way. We're just going to pay it off to him now.
So, like, are you suggesting that going forward, there can be clauses in managers' contracts that mean if they are by numbers successful, they are not going to be sacked? Because obviously we've seen it happen in clubs like Chelsea, for example. Managers have won things and been sacked the same season, or Van Gaal getting sacked after winning the FA Cup at United. Are you saying that this is going to be a financial burden that stops clubs from doing that?
No, not necessarily, because it depends what you negotiate. I'm just speaking for Jose's part, just on that situation.
There. Jose definitely had that clause in his contract.
No, what I'm saying is it's one of two things. It's not a clause I'm talking about here. I'm saying if he wins and Levy sacks him, Jose can say, well, hang on, this is unfair dismissal. What was my job? My job was to come here and make the club successful. I brought you a cup and you fired me for what?
Into a final.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's the same thing with like Conte. Conte's point was that I won the league in my first year with Chelsea and you fired me the following year. And he got 20 million euro out of Chelsea. 20 million. And that's because, and that was for the season after. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So. I mean, okay, whatever. But it's like
no. I mean, deservedly so that he got his money in it. Get your money.
Oh, okay.
That's like,
yeah. No, I don't think it's like a clause thing. I think it's just literally like, imagine you just get let off from work and they don't even give you a real reason. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And Levy could not face it if Jose won it. But then look at the shambolicness of the club we're talking about here. Look at how stupid it is because they sacked Poch. Remember, Poch didn't leave. They sacked Poch and they said, we need to go for this man. We need to go for Don Corleone. And they went for him. And like, I don't know if it was AD who said it last week or whatever, but somebody was saying, it's like he met a girl and you thought the thing was nice. And so you've cheated on your wife for it. And then you realize this girl ain't even all that. Like, nah, actually, I want to end things. So how do I do it? He should have done it after Zagreb. After Zagreb, everybody would have been like, all right, fair enough. It is what it is. But to do it the week before the final, exactly. Do you know how long that final was in place? They qualified for that final in February. We were in April. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, but it's clearly financial. Daniel Levy is clearly financial.
Can I ask a question? Obviously, wait. Let me read a couple comments first. Boss Like Endo says, "AD, my guy."
Hey.
SW6X London says, "Who is the only manager to give Pep a defeat in a cup final?" It's Jose. And then Iklas saying Oscar looks clean. Thank you, bro. When it comes to, obviously this week, everyone's been talking a lot about owners. United want to get their owner out. Arsenal want to get their owner out. How well do you think Daniel Levy has done? Because personally, I think he has elevated that club to such a level in which no Tottenham fan can really complain about it. Now, I feel like those two decisions in terms of sacking Poch and then hiring Jose and sacking him, very poor decisions. But on the grand scale of his time there, I feel like he's elevated that club to such a stature that you could even talk about them in the level of a Super League. What do you guys think? Do you think he's done his job well or not?
Listen, Perez was asked why are Tottenham in the Super League, and he said that's a very good question. So I'm not trying to hear that. That was all money. In terms of
leaving, why?
Ain't that to Oscar's point? To be fair,
Yeah.
Because, no, I'm saying that's money. I'm saying that was purely money. So I'm not trying to hear that.
But that's all part of it.
That's all part of it, though, isn't it?
Like the fact that he's got them this fantastic new stadium, and if you look at even up to 15 years ago, Tottenham Hotspur were nowhere in that equation. Like 15 years ago, they were with man like Darren Anderton and them man there. They were lingering in like 10th, 8th, whatever it was. So the fact that he's actually,
but my point is they're still there.
They're not.
Robin. That's what I know, but it's not what is portrayed. Like the agenda saying.
I'm not saying Tottenham haven't had good seasons. There's been finishes when they finished second, and there've been seasons the last few times when they finished top 4, and they have improved. But now they keep going up and down like a yo-yo, and I'm not trying to hear that.
But they're not. But they're not.
They are.
What I'm saying is,
to be fair, it's like the last 2-3 years have been down.
Down from up though.
Because there's been no up. They've been down.
How can you say that?
It's well. When was the last time they finished in the top 4?
I was just checking that right now. So you carry on.
Not last year, the year before.
What are you saying? 2019? They finished 4th in 2019.
Yeah,
and got to the Champions League final.
And Champions League final. They finished 3rd the year before that.
I'm thinking of the Champions League final year, and after that, I feel like I can't remember them in 4th.
Champions League final year, they finished 4th, and then last season was last season. Yeah,
so last season was last season. Poch fell off. They brought in Mourinho. Mourinho couldn't resurrect.
This season.
So it was 1 year off, and then this season they had Mourinho the whole season.
To be fair to Ernest's point, because I think it feels like Spurs have been on decline for ages. Because really, Arsenal should have been in that top 4, but absolutely pantsed it, right?
Yeah,
and I think Spurs snuck in through the back door. So it was one of those where it wasn't a good season as a whole, but when you look at it, Champions League Cup final and the top 4, of course, is good. But
my point was, I remember when Harry Redknapp got this team in the Champions League, and it was like they won a trophy. It was like, oh my gosh, Tottenham Hotspur are playing Champions League football, and now we look at it.
Zaha 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 Crystal Palace is what we like to hear. It is what we like to hear.
Fun fact about Wilf Zaha.
Robin, that's definitely what we like to hear.
Fun fact about Wilf Zaha is that he scored more goals against Leicester than any other Premier League football club. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Ruben.
That is interesting. That's very interesting.
Because that high line of Leicester City against the Wilf, when you've got Justin and you've got people like it's not going to work. I don't know.
He's finished.
I don't know.
Justin's been for like 6 months, Pio.
But
yeah.
What is the best guy for?
No, I hear that, man.
But yeah, I think it's more of an opinion thing. If you're going to talk about being one of the big boys and one of the Super League teams, so on and so forth, and being regarded as what Super League was like the 12-13 best teams in Europe's history. I have to hold you that to regard, and Tottenham are not there.
No, I'm not saying.
Oscar, to answer your question.
So I'm saying, in terms of the ownership, that's why I said he could do better than that once. Most of all, he needs help in recruitment because he's not done well there. But if you call me business on his own, then it's fine. He's got a stadium, all that stuff. But
no. Let's cut the crap, guys. Let's be direct about this. Stop beating around the bush. Oscar, to answer your question, he is world class as what he's done. With what he's done, because Tottenham shouldn't be in this conversation. As we're discussing, as we're saying here. And also, Tottenham is not a rich club. It doesn't generate bare peas. And so when you look at what he's actually done, the fact that now he's put Tottenham in a place where getting into the Champions League was a masterstroke. Getting a person like Pochettino, they kind of saw the gem coming before it fully shined. When he was at Southampton, we looked at Southampton and said, "Oh, this is sauce." Do you remember when Atkins got sacked at Southampton?
That was bizarre at the time.
How would they do that? Yeah, exactly. And I think he got a draw at Stamford Bridge. I think he had a 2-2 draw. Got sacked. Then they brought in Poch from Espanyol, who, by the way, weren't pulling up trees in La Liga, not even on a Southampton scale. And then they started playing some good football. Southampton.
The high press.
Yeah, exactly. And then Spurs nicked it. Daniel Levy took a masterstroke with that one. And now Spurs, you look at that size of that stadium. You look at the fact they got their NFL tag team with them to use that ground. You look at some of the things they've done, bro. Like, to get to the Champions League final and whatever else, bro, that guy, he's pulled off a masterstroke. Hats off to Daniel Levy.
Don't get me wrong. One thing I will say, as much as I do think he has sort of improved the profile of that club, as I think we've all sort of agreed to here, like there's certain things he's done where, stagnated the club, i.e. I think, as Robert mentioned, sort of recruitment. I don't think he's been the best in recruitment. I don't think he's got Spurs the best sort of players. I think the Jose Mourinho thing, he sold his... Huh?
Adrian, they don't have the money. They don't have the resources.
Number one, they don't have the resources. Number two, when it comes time to bringing the players in, is he the one that's picking the players? Is that his role? Do you know what I mean?
Well, he wanted Bell.
I'm looking at. Let me read a couple comments just to understand. Yeah. SW6S London said Levy is a good owner, shrewd businessman. Needs some help in recruitment though.
Maybe he's too master.
He's a master.
Spurs have finished above United.
I think Spurs fans think differently.
7 years. Sorry, that's crazy. Levy had to do it. Can't have Mourinho winning Mickey Mouse Cup and part of the bus for the next decade. But my point is, like Robin was saying, Spurs are not there. They're not a Super League level in all of our eyes. Sure. But the fact is, he elevated that club to the point where if the Super League was going on, they would have been guaranteed 23 years. And they're in a 61,000-seater stadium. That's insane for a club the size of Tottenham Hotspur.
Of course. Yeah. Oscar, that's such a good point.
That was just my point anyway. That was my
if you think, like right now, for example, if Leicester City had a 60,000-seater stadium, everybody would be like, raw, how have they pulled that off? And they've won the league. Like, they've actually won the league. They've actually been relevant in terms of performances.
They're above Spurs, Leicester in the pecking order, and Leicester have won the league.
Thank you. And Oscar, you know my thoughts on Spurs and what I think of them in terms of where they are and what their level is. And I kept saying it time and time again. Poch and them man there made you believe there was something that they actually were not. They were overachieving for time. In the same vein that Brendan Rodgers is overachieving at Leicester, because it will literally be the next.
But Pete, this is what I'm saying. Levy's done a great job, and so has Brendan. You need to stop hating. I
mean, I can say that owners at Leicester have done a great job too. By the way,
they've done an incredible job.
I think it's superb.
You want to talk about recruitment?
You want to talk about recruitment? I know. Yeah. On fleek.
Should we talk about City? What did City do?
I mean, bro, hats off to Man City, man. I mean,
they generally take that silly cup seriously. It's annoying.
Bro, the thing is, that's envy. That's just called envy. They see a trophy, they go for it. They want to win it. That's it. Done and dusted. I tell you what, we'll get onto Man United later. But there's something that Ollie did this season where I was like, you know what? That is strike two for me on him. Because he did something that was quite strange. That was quite very strange. But I think I'll save it for it's to do with winning trophies, but I'll save it for the Man United talk. But yeah, when you look at Man City and what they've accomplished and what they've done, look, we're watching one of the greatest teams in Premier League history. And it's going to be one of those where, you know how we look back at Man United's 08 sort of time and the 3 titles in a row. At the time, we were like in it, so we didn't really like love it unless you're a Man United fan. But we're going to look back at this time and think, flipping out, what a team City was. Yes.
I was going to say, I think a point that I don't think is heard enough, and I think possibly that goes to your point. As obviously, we're living in this time, so we can't see it for what it is. But Pep Guardiola has come to England and badgered it up, bro. The amount of leagues, the amount of leagues he's won, he's monopolized.
He's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs, hands down.
He slapped it up.
It's a point where he wins the Carabao Cup so often. It's an afterthought. Like, nobody cares. Nobody even talks about it. It's mandatory. Just go. It's like on Monopoly. Yeah. Just pick it up and go along your way and pick up the league after. Like, for me, I think what we're seeing now is it's a dynasty, if I'm being perfectly honest. And the City Group, and I'm going to call it City Group, where they've set up shop in America, they've set up shop in Australia. Like, what we're looking at is a phenomenal football club, and it's a dynasty right before our eyes. It's obscene what they're doing, bro.
AD, even their academy and their
academy.
Team. Bro, like when you go to like where they train, where the under 23s train, and where they play their matches, where the women play, and look at their team, bro, they've actually come up there and literally gentrified that side of Manchester. Where you're like,
they
holy shit.
The Etihad campus is a business.
It's insane.
Yeah, and the fact that they're dominating the League Cup, it's kind of like when John Cena was Intercontinental Champion. He just elevates the title. He just elevates the title. Now, if another team wins it, if Leicester won the League Cup, it's bigger than it would have been because City won it for 4 years in a row. They made it stronger.
Okay, yeah. They ended the strongholds.
Yeah, I'm with that because but okay, Oscar, does it depend though who Leicester City beat in the final?
Yeah, because I'm not sure if they've elevated the prestige of the cup. To be honest.
In my opinion, I still don't care. At this present time, I still do not care about the cup. I think it's the way it's set up. The way it just congests fixtures unnecessarily. It makes it unfair.
But it destroys. If you're not in the Premier League, it destroys the clubs below. It's an EFL Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we can't get all like what's the word I'm looking for? We can't get all like snotty about it because it's not an FA Cup or a Champions League or whatever. But if we take away that cup, we lose half of the Football League. Do you know them ones? Like literally financially. Like why I would say it kind of lifts it up is because the Worthington Cup, the Carling Cup, whatever the cups it was called before, the Milk Cup. Right now, the Carabao Cup is probably the most famous of the lot. Would you agree? In our generation?
Nah, I prefer Carling Cup.
The oldest would say like the Milk Cup, Little Woods, and whatever else. That's a big thing then. But I feel like right now,
are you just talking about the brand?
I'm saying for what the League Cup is. You know, like the League Cup was always an afterthought and has always been. And the main reason I think it was is because the big teams never took it seriously. Yeah. Back in the day, all the small teams used to go ahead of it. I remember Leicester winning it one year.
That's Oscar's point, though, isn't it?
That's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Oscar. I'm saying I think Oscar's got a point there. I think he has elevated it because they took it seriously. Then it was like, oh great. And Mourinho got his cup with Man United there. Mourinho always got his cup with Chelsea on that because it was like, look, this is the benchmark. Once I get this one in, then we're on to success for the future. So they looked at it, they took it as an opportunity rather than a thing of just to sack off.
I guess you're right.
David had something. David was about to say something, but he stopped. Was you going to say something on this cup?
I was about to say that's why you man don't win trophies, because you don't take the League Cup seriously, cuz.
Facts. No,
turning your nose up at honours.
Honestly. Adrian, you know it pisses me off greatly when I see my team do it.
I remember last year, Klopp had the opportunity to win the double and he canned the League Cup. And I said, that's an
Oscar,
L.
That's not the same, though. Oscar, that's not the same.
FA Cup. He can
that's not the same, though. That's not the same.
It's not the same?
Are you talking about the League?
No. Oscar's right. We should have gone for it.
Yeah.
No. Wait, Oscar, you're talking about the League Cup? You talking about a cup game and then they had to play 24 hours in Dubai or wherever it was?
No.
Oh, okay.
After that, they played Chelsea. They played Chelsea in the FA Cup and they played a weakened side and we beat them. But they could easily beat us and gone on and beaten Arsenal.
I can't stand that. I can't stand it. Listen, Southampton, who beat Arsenal, played Leicester in the semi-final. Do you know how vexed I am about that? And they didn't concede a goal until getting knocked out by Leicester City. They got knocked out. They didn't concede a goal until getting knocked out in the semis. I'm furious.
Footy Agenda says nobody cares because Pep spends 50 million every other transfer window on backups. He literally has a year as a sub in Mahrez. I think team is stacked.
No, but this is exactly what I mean. Like, it's not. I don't know, bro. I don't know if he's elevated the cup, man. That team is stacked, guy.
It is, but
it's smart recruitment, man. Then, bro.
No. I mean, is it smart?
David.
It's
If
smart.
everyone had a billion, if everyone had $1 billion, I'd have Miles on the bench.
I lie. After the event of the ESL, we all know it's not smart buying.
Fam, who told you to buy Van der Beek for 40 mil and he doesn't play, bro?
No. But let's
not the same.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Pep is going to win the league this year, and his top strikers on like 9 goals. Like Pep has a luxury most managers don't. He's a bad boy, isn't it?
That's true.
But it's like Pep being a bad boy does not necessarily mean that it's bad recruiting from everyone else, bro. Like if Pep won the FA Cup, we say the same thing about the FA Cup. He's elevated the cup. City won the League Cup. Yes, because no one else is on it, but I don't think he's elevated it because no one else is on it. Like those are two different things to me.
No, Ernest, I don't agree. The FA Cup, the FA Cup, I would say if people said, "Oh, Pep has elevated the FA Cup," then I'll be like, "That's garbage," because the FA Cup has kind of stayed the same in the last like 10 years, and different teams like the Man Utds, the Arsenals, they're winning it as well. Chelsea's winning it as well. But League Cup, bro, that was like Division 2 Cup. It was not a cup that was like.
But I'll keep it 1,000 miles with you. It still is to me. Like,
it's a trophy though. It's a major honor. It's a major trophy though.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not a major honor. I'm just saying I don't care for it.
That's my same stance there.
As I said, as my point was, this is why we don't win, because the mentality is wrong, cuz.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I'm with David, man. I'm with David.
The mentality is wrong, man. Anyway, for Man United,
that's not
for
true.
you, man, fine, cool. For me, Arsenal, pattern the thing up, bro.
Yeah,
every trophy, bro. Every competition, it has to be gun-ho, #1 champion. That's what it should be about.
What am I playing football for, bro?
Do you know what's funny? You know Phil Foden has got 10 trophies to his name.
And how old is he? How old? Man's 18 and he's actually contributing.
And do you know what is? There's seasons where his team has won the trophy, but they haven't included it. So this is all his 10. He's played at least 10 games, one of each in the 10 trophies they've won.
He's won 4 League Cups.
My point. He probably played them.
Was he playing it at 16?
To be fair, maybe
he might have been Shrewsbury away. He might have been.
Yeah,
I hear that.
He might have been.
I've got
So guys, I have to say this now. 6th place is now officially the Europa Conference League.
Really?
That's not
officially
my
now.
Oh, really?
So
okay,
if you finish
1 Europa spot.
Good luck, West Ham.
There's no longer 2. There's only 1 Europa spot now for the FA Cup winners and for 5th place.
So what if Chelsea win the FA Cup?
If Chelsea win the FA Cup and they win,
it's going to be Chelsea or Leicester. So if those two are in the Champions League, what happens?
So if the people that win the FA Cup are in the Champions League, it goes to 6th place, and 7th place goes to Europa Conference League.
Correct.
But every country in Europe has lost a spot to the Conference League.
And I guess fans outside of Chelsea want Chelsea to finish top 4 and win the cup, so it goes down the peg, isn't it? So so your Liverpool, your West Ham, your Spurs, maybe Everton, they're gonna want Chelsea to be in the top 4 and win the cup. Because in fact, it doesn't matter, doesn't it? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If they get in the top 4, Leicester's already in there, so it will go down one. Oh dear. Oh dear. I hope we have nothing to do with that. Good grief.
Yeah.
I hope we're far enough. Yes.
There was talk in the group chat when Sterling started.
Oh, lovely.
What was that about, guys? I didn't really understand what was going on.
Oscar's agendas.
I just thought it was interesting because you said he wasn't going to start in the final.
No, I didn't.
Hold on.
No, Oscar said, did you say he wasn't going to start in the final? Was it in
I said he wouldn't start in the second leg against Dortmund, and he didn't start.
What was the conversation about the cup final?
I thought we spoke about the League Cup final.
I have a feeling we spoke about both.
Did I say that?
No, you said important game. You said important game. Sterling dropped. And blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I don't remember ever saying he wouldn't start the League Cup final.
Listen,
especially given they got a Champions League game on Wednesday anyway.
Look at this, you. For me, it's without a shadow of a doubt he was starting that cup final, and he starts the big games.
But okay, that's just not been true lately. But
I mean, he's been a bit off form, but mate, when on paper, when everyone's at their best, he plays.
He's been more than a bit off form. He's been more than a bit off form. Sterling's not been great this season.
It's a bit off form,
but the agenda that Oscar's trying to agenda.
The agenda.
Guys, my agenda is that I don't think he should start for England. That's not crazy. It's not. I'm not saying he's whack. I'm not saying anything like that. That's my agenda.
I mean, he should start for England, but never mind. We'll get to the Euros when they start.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't understand what's going on. So how comes people like Bilbao have lost their place and Dublin have lost their stadium? Like they've lost the Euros.
I believe it's something to do with the countries themselves saying we don't want the Mandem coming.
Yeah, I hear that still.
No, I hear they were withdrawn. They were withdrawn. Yeah, because the government said no. The government stepped in.
But Post was just hoovering up everything. He don't give a damn about containing nothing.
You know what though, guys? Yeah, what a waste! Like, stop throwing everything at Wembley. Look at how many stadiums we've got in this country. Like, it's a joke, blood. It's a joke how often we're getting things thrown to Wembley just for the sake of it. It's just it
is the home.
Bum that, man. I'm not trying to hear it. Play your cup.
In my opinion, the Euro should have been in England just in general.
Yeah, but like even these semi-finals, FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley, who gives a tosh? Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing Southampton, Leicester, and all the men that can go to the game were from Brent. Really? Just give them a ground. Just give them a stadium at Villa Park and let them meet there. And
I heard that. What are we doing? I heard that.
Like, what is this, man? It's such a You know what's so funny? I think Chelsea played Man City in a Community Shield once at Villa Park in recent years. And I was like, this brought back so much nostalgia. And I was like, why are they not doing this? The atmospheres were rock solid. It was brilliant. And it's like proper old-fashioned ground.
I think it goes back to that point. It goes to the point where people get pissed off at the semi-finals being played at Wembley because it just takes off that extra bit of allure that playing the FA Cup final at Wembley does, isn't it? Because it's like Southampton have played at Wembley. Okay, they lost, but you know what? They've got the day out. Oh well, in theory, they would have had the day out.
Yeah. No,
they did have the day out.
I remember the City fan. I remember there's a City fan. I think when City won the League Cup and the FA Cup. I think it was 2019 when they won the quadruple. When was that? Whatever it was, whatever year it was.
2019, that would have been. Yeah.
This Man City fan was on the phone on like Talk Sports.
Must have been pissed off
and was moaning because she was like, I've gone to City home and away all season. I've paid for my tickets. I then go to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Right? I think they played Brighton. It was an absolute.
What problem to have?
And then she said, I have to come back in 2 weeks for the final against Watford. She then said, I had to do the League Cup. She said, it cost me a fortune to go to Wembley.
And that was when Tottenham was at Wembley as well, and they played Tottenham. So they were actually...
Okay.
That's when the Etihad South name came about. They kept going to Wembley. And
everyone went to Wembley. There was a game at Wembley every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, let's sort this out, blood. If I was ever part of the FA or anything, the first thing, my first command and my first promise to the people, to the masses to vote me in power. I mean, that's second. The first thing.
Are you the people's champ, yeah?
The first thing, listen, all I'll say is semi-finals of the FA Cup will not be at Wembley. My God, the votes will be flying in. They will be flying, the racist, the non-racist, the feminist, the lot. They will be flying in for that one. And then we can deal with the next two.
Careful.
All right. Where next for Harry Kane, ladies and gentlemen? Talk to me. Where next for Harry Kane? When is it time?
You sold this out to the devil because realistically, I'll keep it a buck. Realistically, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like it's the guy spoiled his market because how much is it going to take to get him out of Spurs? What, 120, 130? He's 28. He's had his fair share of injuries. I'll just go get Haaland. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's going to get to a point where Spurs are going to price him out of a move and it's going to be difficult for him to find a club where it makes sense for him to go. Like the whole, even the United thing, as every year goes, the United thing is going to get more and more of a silly prospect. So I don't know, man. As we say on this podcast all the time, he's a silly boy. He's a very silly boy.
Very silly boy. I mean, like you say, maybe he's priced himself up. Because you know what? Levy, like we were talking about, is a very shrewd man. Right? Yeah. And he's not going to get, to me, almost 120, 130 sounds almost cheap in his eyes. Because it's like, this is Harry Kane we're talking about.
That's even a bargain, potentially.
And in the COVID pandemic situations that we've been in, who has got the money to spend and put the bulk on that and bring him over to whichever club it is?
You know, 28-year-olds.
It's a 28 years of age.
That's injury-prone.
Come on.
Yeah, Lola said City or United because he wants the record, or PSG for trophies. He needs to be a Hall of Famer, doesn't he?
Okay, let's go around. What would you?
Man City should actually buy him.
Oscar, if you were Harry Kane, we'll go through everybody. If you were Harry Kane, it's you right now. What club in the world would you join, or would you stay out of Tottenham Hotspur? Go.
City.
Robin.
Juventus. I've always been like that.
Ernest.
Juve.
AD.
City.
David.
I would say Man City.
See, I would say Chelsea. Man City, yes, is the obvious answer, but what fits, I think he would work at Chelsea because he'll still win trophies there anyway. Yeah, fair enough. So we all agree he should get the hell out of Dodge. Get the hell out of West Green Road and friggin'
he needs to jump in the range and do an odd and wing, bro.
Just turn up.
Just go, bro.
You are suggesting he just turns up in Turin.
No car insurance, no MOT. We're just zinging on the M25. He didn't care.
No, listen, because the thing with Kane is that you see the thing about Daniel Levy is that I love him. I love Levy because he's such a villain. He does not care about your destiny. He does not care about what you want, your objectives. He doesn't care about Shearer's record. He just wants to hit the belly, bro, and just get this bread. Get this bread and let's go home. You see what I'm saying? And for me, that's a proper like conflict of interest because like Kane's career is a big issue for him. Like he's a real Brexit boy. You know the ones. The England record matters to him. The Premier League record matters to him. But for me right now, I feel like City, Juve, flipping PSG, those three teams are where his eyes should be at. Because at United, he's not winning the league at United.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost sideways.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
it's like an upper. It's like a diagonal. It's a slight increase.
It's a very.
The gradient is
when you come up the hill. It's a steep trajectory.
If he wants to just play Champions League, then go to United.
It's 0.5% gradient.
That's pointless.
It's 0.5% gradient. That's all it is. The thing is, that's why I said Chelsea, because you know what? City is unrealistic in my opinion, but Chelsea, it can fit. It can fit. It can work.
I don't think City's unrealistic at all, bruv. Jesus has scored 9 goals.
But you know what? I don't think Pep wants that
guy. I don't think Pep wants that guy. And first of all, City will never spend above 100 million for it.
Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't. They simply wouldn't.
Never.
The thing is, the way they move, I don't think they'll even touch 80. Do you remember when they were chasing Aubameyang?
Alexis.
And Dortmund said 82 million euros.
Look,
City were
like you said, Alexis, Aubameyang, and Jorginho. Those are your examples.
Was a Maguire one as well?
Maguire
was one. Yeah.
So you look at that. When they looked at it, they saw it was getting silly. They said, you're all right, mate.
Speaking of silly transfer fees, Footy Agenda says free agency should be exercised more. Crystal Palace wasted Zaha's potential. Spurs doing the same.
He signed a 5-year deal.
On RVP.
Adrian, tell them again.
Say it louder, Adrian. Say it louder.
Oh, him, Jack. They signed their souls away. I don't know why they did it. But they did it.
For the belly, fam. Because at the end of the day, they're getting the peas.
Who? Yeah? Did you say Jack, as in Grealish?
Grealish, yeah, he signed a 5-year deal last season.
5-year deal.
He signed a 5-year deal last season.
Inaki Williams deals, bruv.
But don't you feel like Grealish is young enough to get out that deal, though?
Does it sound like like a 13-year deal?
Okay, look, guys, what we're going to realize, like this window, this summer, the big transfer might be Haaland one way, and then maybe who else is there? Haaland and Kane. Those are the two stories, right? Really, realistically. But guys, there is no money to circulate. Like Barcelona can only do this for so long, where they get Dembele, Dembele and Griezmann and whatever, right? There's only and Coutinho. There's only so much they could do. Nobody is spending that.
But Pete, you know the Mandem are in debt, right? You know, like
why do you think the Super League was created, Ernest?
Why do you think they're still there?
Why do you think they were creating the Super League?
Barcelona's
still
there.
No, don't get me wrong. Like they'll go to the president of Spain to fund the transfer. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like nobody's going to over 80 million this summer. No one. I'll be astonished if they do. I'll be astonished.
Lola says Zaha wasted his own potential. Who's told him to sign that contract?
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Speaking on Kane, she said he himself said if he hadn't won a trophy at this point, it would be a failure. If he stays at Spurs, he's a failure. Simple as that.
Wait, now he says this.
Guys, can I ask you a question here? I'm not saying he believes that, but why do we still, as like some parts of like football culture, believe in loyalty to a club? Bruv, football clubs are not loyal to players. They're not. Yeah? So, like, I don't know
if
why.
anything, this week has proved it.
And thank you, Robin. And this is why I don't trust single football club manager owner. Do what is best for your destiny, bro. Because real talk, Wilfried Zaha and Grealish should have moved by now, especially Zaha. Grealish maybe still had a bit of time, but he signed the death row deal. You know what I mean? But with Kane, I'm looking at Harry Kane now, like, bro, you see that year that he hit 30 goals, yeah, bro, I would have been in the Uber quick, bro.
No, Ernest. After 2017, I sat there in disbelief that he started the new season away at Newcastle in a Tottenham shirt. I couldn't believe it.
When you think about how quickly people are talking about Haaland, couple good seasons, bang, he's out of here.
Bang, gone.
Just the way transfers move so quickly that Kane's looking a bit funny in the light. Like, why are you still there?
And you know what, yeah? And you know what, Oscar, I'm so sorry to cut you. It's a big lesson to like people in general as a life philosophy. Bro, when the window comes, you take it, bro. When the window of opportunity comes, you take it, because
you know what?
You look at Kane. Yeah, go on.
No, sorry. Finish your point. Sorry.
No, because you look at Kane and I'm like, 2000, like when Salah first came to Liverpool, did he hit the record in this first season?
Yeah, first season.
Yeah. So you look at Salah, yeah, and Salah's in a team where like he's done Roma, he's done Chelsea, he's now at the big club. Harry Kane, as much I love him, bro. He's a goal scorer. You know what I mean? He has not had his big club moment. He had one shot on target against City in the final, guys. That's embarrassing for a man of his potential.
Ernest, you just triggered my brain. Speaking of finals, Tottenham in the last 4 finals haven't scored a goal. Continue your point.
That's insane.
Continue your point.
What is that?
What's the point?
Because 2015 against Jose was 2-0. The Champions League final was 2-0. And then City was 1-0. I can't remember the other final that you're saying. But I'm like, bro, like this is for Kane's ability, this is embarrassing. This is utterly embarrassing, bro. But for me, yeah, when the window of opportunity comes, you take it.
But you know what it is as well?
Because they might not come again.
But I reckon Levy dangled a couple carrots. So, for instance, in that Leicester year, he probably said, Harry, we're close. You know, when they got to the Champions League final, he said, Harry, we're close. And I feel like it got to a point where it was like, okay, I'm 24, fair enough. I'm 26, fair enough. Now I'm 28. All of a sudden, hang in a minute. I'm in the middle of nowhere now. I'm in no man's land.
Do you know what, Adrian?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Adrian. Yeah, when Tottenham beat flipping Ajax, that was Rafiki chatting to Simba in the jungle, bro. That was elite judge, bro. Because it was 3 goals, and they were 3 of the maddest goals I've ever seen in quick succession. Yeah. When they got beaten by Liverpool, that's when I'm phoning my agent. I think is he got the same agent as Bell? I'm not too sure, bro. I need to cut out of here, bro. After that final,
I heard that.
What I would say as well to Adrian's point is that, you know what, I think he hung on as long as Poch was there.
Yeah.
But then when Poch was sacked, it was like, okay, I can leave. But it was like, oh crap, Jose's coming in. So again, there was another carrot that was to get over the line. Yeah. The other thing I'll say is this though, the one club man thing, right? I think it depends on the person, because you know, like I was watching the Thierry Henry and Shearer Hall of Fame conversation that they were having. Brilliant talk, by the way. And Henry said this one thing about Shearer. He said, "Listen, if there's anything I will never forget about you, you chose family over titles." He goes, "As for a human being, I can never forget that about you, right?" And I was like, "Bro, that's actually kind of, because the way Shearer takes that information, he's like, he's sort of like." He's almost getting welled up a little bit because somebody's kind of seeing what kind of a character
about
he is.
That Man United move, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you as a player, even if you're Kane, because the thing is, this could be settled very quickly. If Kane decides, you know what, bun all of this, I want to be a Tottenham legend. I want to be the player who plays the best football Tottenham have ever seen in their life, and I support Tottenham. I love Tottenham, and I want to be that. If he says that's why I'm doing it, I will say, do you know what? hats off to you. Just like when Gerrard done it all those years when he had Madrid knocking on his door, he had Chelsea knocking on his door. Liverpool, he never saw, you know, okay, yeah, he won the Champions League in 05. But like the 06, the 07s and whatever.
It was a taste of what he could have.
Exactly, it was a taste.
Yeah,
and it's a case of, for me, I'm not opposed to the one club man thing. I love that in person. If they're like that, great. But if you turn around and say to me, here's where my issue with Kane is. I've come to win trophies, or I've come to do this, I've come to do that, and then you're doing it in another. You know, it doesn't make sense. I've come to win a Formula One race in a Fiat. It never makes sense to me. You either love the Fiat, and I will take that. I'll say, okay, you know what, do your thing, or get in the Mercedes. Do you know them ones? So
you're a funny guy, lad.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not so opposed to him staying at Tottenham because he wants to be there and he loves the club.
SW6 London.
But at least Shearer had a Premier League in the bag.
Yeah, he had a
bag. Yeah, but after that Blackburn contract, he had the option of going to Manchester United, and he said no and went to Newcastle.
And I know for a fact he thinks about it every day.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Oscar, listen, guys, he definitely has thought about it, but I don't think he regrets his decision.
Yeah, I don't think
he's definitely thought about it.
I think Gerrard regrets not leaving Liverpool. I don't think Shearer regrets not leaving.
Do you know what, Oscar? I don't think Gerrard does.
Alan Shearer could have won the Champions League at Manchester United.
Yeah.
But he is meant to beat Jackie Milburn's records. That's happiness. No, for him as a young Geordie boy, that's happiness.
Are you guys high?
No,
Ernest, we can't say we can't speak for other people. Yeah,
I know what I would have picked.
Yeah, we know what we would have picked.
I know what I would have picked.
Well, actually, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm Arsenal all day long. I wouldn't move anywhere. But what I'm saying is that I don't know. I don't know. What's it called? No, but like we're only gonna go. I'm only going to go based on what they've told us. I can't speak for them. But Shearer has definitely thought of it, but I don't think he regrets it. And I don't think Gerrard regrets it either, Oscar, because I remember, Oscar, do you remember what made him stay at Liverpool when he was going to Chelsea? When he had verbally agreed to go to Chelsea, and he did something. He was talking about how he looked at his family in the garden or whatever. He said, I can't leave Liverpool. Like there's no chance.
Bullet in the envelope. And said that, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a stinker. Like,
hey, mate, if you leave me, mate.
If Gerrard left, he would have learned how to play with Lampard, and they would have won a World Cup as well. That's what would have happened.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely thought about it. But
so yeah, Shearer stayed at Newcastle and became a legend, so it's fine. The question I want to ask, okay, these guys left comments about Harry Kane for the Man United fans. Let me just find it quickly. Abdi065 said, bring Kane to United, front three of James, he's on banner, Rashi and Kane. SW6 said, would United fans take him? I think he can win you the league. Yeah, so Ernest, Robin, do you think Kane can win you guys the league?
Would you take him? First of all, and then would he win you the league?
I'll take Kane in a heartbeat. My issue is with Ollie. I don't think Ollie's going to win us the league because ultimately it will be the coach.
That's for sure.
Only issue,
Oscar.
I'm careful with him, but man's injury prone, blood.
Yeah, I mean, he still scores 20. He still scores 20. Like
buying Kane could easily be a Trojan horse. It could easily be a Torres thing. Easily.
Fair things. Oscar, Ernest, what I will say though, Ollie's lawyer, if you will, is no longer going to be at the club. I think Ollie will get sacked sooner than we think. Because the one thing keeping Ollie in a job was Mr. Edward Woodward. But now I don't see it.
I don't agree at all.
No? Okay. What's keeping him in there?
I think the common factor we've seen post Fergie is make top 4, and he's made top 4.
So he will stay in the job as long as he's making top 4.
Yeah.
Every season,
every manager has been sacked because it was like, I don't think you're either gonna make it or you haven't made it.
The Champions League bag is so real; it's unbelievable.
Of course, yeah.
But you reckon, like, say the next 3 seasons, all he's doing is making top 4, he would still be in the job?
If Ollie's getting Kane level signings, Haaland, Sancho's, and all he's doing is a Europa League semi here, a FA Cup semi here, and like second, I think then it will be like, okay, we're giving you the funds, we're giving you the players, and you're still not delivering. Then I think they might change their minds. But at the very base level of how they think is Moyes didn't make fourth, he got sacked. Van Gaal made fourth, then finished fifth, got sacked on the day he won the FA Cup. Jose finished second, they gave him more players. What's it called? And then Jose, we like bottom 10, and then he got sacked in December, and then Oli came halfway through.
Were you that low? Were you that low when Jose got sacked?
I don't think we were in the top 10 when he got sacked. I need to check it, but
that's very
I don't
interesting.
think I don't.
Oscar, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Nah, they were low. They were getting slapped up, and Peter was making excuses for Jose every week. I remember that time.
That's because he's a lawyer. He's Jose's lawyer.
Fam.
They were getting slapped.
No, I deal with what's in front of me. Present to me what the situation. I'm a journalist.
They went
show you what's reported.
in London
I'll
Stadium
see what's
and ate free at the London Stadium. And you said it's not Jose's fault.
All right, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Like, do you know what's mad about the Jose thing? That I sat down and I had a thought to myself. Like, this is what we expected. The funny thing is, the only thing we didn't get was the cup. We expected the anarchy. We expected the poor football. We expected them to fall out with players and throw people under the bus in the media. We expected the tantrums. We expected the bizarre press conferences and the comments. All that was missing was the cup that some people could use to justify it. We got all the bad elements, bro. It's peak. He's finished, bro. He's finished.
I said he's finished. Oh, Adrian. Adrian, look at me on
last thing on Harold. Lola O says the sentiment is nice, but Kane has literally won nothing. Him staying at Spurs is pathetic for a man crying about wanting to be Messi and Ronaldo. Yeah. Footy Agendas also said he gave a basketball reference, which one of you might have to translate for me. He said Harry Kane is the footballing version of Dame Lillard. All hype, no accolades. This is not pickup football for you to talk about loyalty and the grind. You don't have time to waste.
He said loyalty and the grind. Hey, Footy Agendas is giving me life today, bro.
He's one of my favorite commentators. I can't lie. He's so funny.
Damian Lillard, you know. The man of disrespecting.
No, but guys, in all seriousness though, Kane can't tell me all he wants to do is stay at Tottenham. He can't tell me that. He can't tell me that.
He can't.
The thing
He's a bad boy.
The thing is, what he can, but it's the fact he's already said he wants to win trophies, and he said what's keeping him at Spurs this summer is to make the top 4. Now, you know what I'm saying?
If we make top 4, I'm staying. You're an idiot.
What?
No, guys, I don't think you're deep in it. Yeah, he has 21 goals and 13 assists.
Crud.
And you're telling me he's to stay because of loyalty? Guys,
He's sick.
he needs to cut.
And to think people questioned Jose under Kane or Kane under Jose. They questioned it. That's when he brought out all these stats. I had a striker who did this and did this. He's done.
The thing is,
not that Jose's done anything with Kane, but the numbers that Kane put up in the last 2 seasons.
So
Lord have mercy.
apparently Kane was his last man that was still loyal to him. So when the finals was fired,
And Son, I'm sure Son was.
Did you guys watch when he said to him in the documentary? I think
I will make you a star.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah.
Come
on.
on.
Listen, but do you know why? Because Jose is big man for Kane. Kane is sitting there and he's as starstruck as Daniel Levy was. Daniel Levy was starstruck, and this
that's why because you don't win no trophies.
And
you get jinnused by wordsmiths. That, bro, you basically, you know, the ACN man, the cup, like when you're down and you're lucky to see a man with a nice suit, talking the talk, walking the walk, you think man can change your life, but then you realize at the end of it, he's in the same place as you. He's even worse off than you. That's what Harry Kane is. Harry Kane got swindled, bro.
Oh my god, Adrian, that is a harsh comment because because this has probably been Kane's best football season at Spurs. Like for it's stat padding wise, not necessarily playing his best football or whatever. But 21 goals, 13 assists. I don't remember him doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? But what was I going to say? Oh, I was about to say something. It's totally missed me now. But you know, where do Tottenham go now in terms of a manager? Because they can't have this 29-year-old apprentice, huh?
He's talking about Tottenham.
No, before we move on, as in what manager would you take? Because now they're going to keep him till the summer. Nagelsmann's going to Bayern Munich. It seems like he's already agreed a pre-contract with Bayern for the summer. What do Spurs do now? Bielsa will leave. Hey?
Bielsa's a shout.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't think Bielsa would leave Leeds.
He signed a 2-year contract recently.
I don't think he's going to leave that. He loves Leeds, you know. They love him as well.
They love him.
Like, he loves the city, the people. Like, I don't think he's leaving that.
Oh, boy. I wonder where they will go, man.
Lola says 10 hard.
Ten Hag.
Don't care,
Dear.
cuz.
Oh, dear.
Or Potter. She's
Listen, if they go down this road, the Potters, the Ten Hags, if they go down that road, I can be free. I'll be free. I'll be okay.
SW6 is with me, bro. He said, I hope Totty crash and burn. Tottenham in the mud.
Oh, so do I. Listen, I hope they crash and burn. You burn your own town. But look, what I'll say is if they go and start getting like Allegri, Sarri, anyone of like seriousness, Benitez, then I'll be like, for flip's sake. But hopefully they've got it wrong. They're going to get it wrong the next time. And then that's it. Done. All right. We can move on. Where do we want to go to next? The floor is open. Where shall we go? Look at Lucky coming in, bro. Man said Lampard. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here.
What was I going to say?
Lampard's in trouble, you know?
Was it Lampard's in trouble?
As an aside. Where's his next move?
Palace.
Celtic.
He needs to go back to the Championship, though. In all due respect.
You should get some life experience.
Oscar, do you know what it is? Oscar, do you know what it is? You thought about that Palace one, and you thought, "Right, next season, that hard football with Palace."
No. I'm saying Palace because I genuinely think he can get that job when Hodgson leaves. Like he could swindle. Like he could swindle his
Eddie Howe
in the boardroom. He could swindle his way into that job.
But even Chris Wilder's ahead of him. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest. At least I know what Chris Wilder is.
Remember what you said about man them being starstruck in the boardroom. Lampard can walk in that boardroom and get Palace job.
I heard that.
Nah, man, not Palace, not Steve Parish. Not Steve Parish.
Have you seen Steve Parish? He looks like he can have things with Lampard on a regular. They look like mates.
But Vieira's a front runner as well, so you know.
Oh, come on. Vieira, 100%. But yeah, Lampard should go to Celtic. Swing it out.
You lot's disrespect for the Scottish League is crazy. Man, are telling me he can't go. No, but he can't go Palace, but he can go Celtic. You know,
the job is harder at Palace.
Yeah, the job's hard at Palace.
The job is so hard at Palace.
But Celtic is a bigger job, though.
Oscar, we would. I mean, it's not really.
Not really.
You were upset when I was saying that them man shouldn't go straight into the Champions League. Now you're telling me that Palace is a bigger job.
That's not what I said. Oscar, are you deaf blood? I literally said I was arguing with Robin. Robin thinks that a fourth place German side should go in ahead of Celtic. That's what he said. And I'm saying no.
You're saying that they're beneath Palace.
I'm saying they are the champion. Yes, you did, Robin. Go back. It's on wax.
I said. No, we can go back on wax.
Let me finish. Oscar, I was saying the reason why Celtic should go straight to the Champions League, they're the champion of the domestic league. That was what I was referring to. Not that they're bigger than Palace. Obviously, their fan base. Listen, Celtic is bigger than Palace. Let's keep it a buck. But their competition, the SPL, is trailer park trash. Okay, any Scottish fans on the forum, holler at me because you know full well you want to see Celtic and Rangers in the Premier League.
Hold on, you just spun random words into my mouth. How dare you? I said, remember my words last week? Last week I said that the Champions League should only be champions. Did I not say that? And Europa League should be at all three places. And I also said, and I also agreed with you. I said that Celtic should go ahead of the Champions League. What I said. In terms of the Dutch league, that they don't go ahead of Ajax. Don't put that German nonsense in my mouth because I did not say that. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Ajax is bigger than Celtic. Don't just be on that. Ajax is way bigger than Celtic. Don't try that on me.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
No way. I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
European
random words in my mouth.
Are you done?
Put random words in my mouth.
He's still going. He's still going. What you said, bro, you said to me, you don't want to see Ajax, a top side, in the Champions League ahead of a fourth place German side. It's on video. We were arguing second, third, and fourth place teams ahead of teams that won their domestic league. That was the conversation. So don't tell me that's what you're saying.
But that was me.
I said Ajax ahead of Celtic. I literally just said that.
Bro, what do you mean? I'm saying you said other teams finishing second, third, and fourth above teams that finished first.
No. I said I'd rather have Ajax. I literally said I'd rather have Ajax ahead of Celtic because Ajax is bigger than Celtic.
I didn't say you didn't say that. I didn't say you didn't say that.
So you literally said
you can say more than one thing. You can say more than one thing on the podcast.
No, you said I'm preferring second, third, fourth place to champions. I did not say that one bit. You literally said that earlier.
Okay, go back.
You can go back.
Go back. You go back. You go back and find it.
I genuinely don't remember who said.
I literally was arguing it. Was I having an argument with myself?
No, but Pete, I remember you and I were going back and forth because I was saying that them Scottish teams should still have to qualify. I don't remember Robin saying that German fourth place teams should go above.
Exactly.
I heard Robin saying one of two things exactly this. It was a third, second, and first, or whatever, first, second, third, and fourth, going in ahead of teams that finished top. And also teams that finished top of their league. In fact, I'll go further. He even said they should qualify to get in the Champions League, even though they won their league.
So the understanding, going back to the reason why I said I get why there's qualifications, it's because in terms of where they come from, in terms of which league, in terms of the first league, the first 12, all that stuff. It's saying in terms of like the first 12 leagues qualify.
This is only going to get resolved when we do our due diligence.
Somebody
come
go back and listen to it. I have one more comment that should make you lot laugh, because I find this funny. Abdi065 said, Oscar, what's banter about my front three of James, Rashi, and Kane? Greenwood and Kane can't play, bro. They get in each other's way. Neither can Martial. James is best suited if you play to his strengths. Seriously?
Oh, so you were
No. I have nothing to say to this comment. I have nothing to say to this comment.
He said Greenwood and Kane get in each other's way.
Oh, by the way, we haven't spoken about Man United yet. Yeah, I'm gonna get on to James. Watch. Let's go.
Ernest,
hold on, bro. Please, let's just get this Arsenal thing out of the way. I don't want to talk about that. Please.
I mean, what's there to say? What is there to say? We lost at home. Let me just get this off my chest. We lost at home to Everton, a team that never beat us at home since 1996. They've done the double over us. They've never done that since the 80s. Okay? And fans want to protest about the owner of our football club. Let me tell you something. The owner is not the issue. Continue, David.
Before we get to the owner, I just want to, Pia, how did you lose that game? That's what I want to ask.
Bro.
Oh, sorry. Because we had Kepa in goal.
I'm not gonna lie. Oscar deserves to have his little moment.
Yeah,
no. Guys.
Your boy had a howler.
Bro, guys. Pete, hey. If I was in your position, in the stadium, blood, on the microphone, and you giving me a microphone.
Do you know what? Shades of Almunia and Fabianski have arisen. Like, I thought those traumas were over. Now my neural pathways have experienced another one. Oh, this is not leaving me. It's not leaving me. This will haunt me till I die. When I'm getting lowered in the grave. Almunia, Fabianski, and now Leno. Oh, Jesus. Honestly, you couldn't make it up.
I don't know.
Listen, we get to him, David. Granit Xhaka versus Richarlison. Discuss.
Bloody hell.
I don't know how Peter keeps his composure, bruv.
It's a mute thing. It's a mute thing.
He had to announce it. Wait, did you announce Richarlison goal or did you announce Leno?
No. We don't announce own goals. If you score an own goal, because it's a shame. It's such a shame on the player. We don't announce it. Like, the players just walk back to the centre circle and kick off. Like,
bruv.
Boss, like, you're right, bro. It's time for me to go to bed, blood. Like, I should not turn up till next season.
Guys, I was watching, what is it? These days, I just watched the watch along, didn't you? The game was so dead.
No, the game was horrible.
The game was horrible.
But hear what you said. That's how numb and immune he is to Arsenal Football Club. He never watches games no more. He watches other people watching it. That's how I feel about wrestling.
And do you know what they were doing? They were doing that. Hey, listen, Adrian, do you know what they were doing?
What was they doing?
They were doing a flipping quiz, bruv.
Oh my gosh, Ty, big up Ty.
Oh, hey, Robin, you see Ty, yeah?
I pray I never get to that stage, man.
Hey, fam,
that is sad.
Like,
what David just told me is sad, bro. I can't lie.
Bro, did you hear Graham Souness?
David loves football, you know.
Graham Souness at full time said, you know, the Premier League is meant to be the best league in the world, but we are in serious danger because the quality we saw out there on that pitch.
Bro, Everton were poor.
Souness had a bundle for us. I love it. You know this, if Arsenal lose, the only thing that makes me laugh afterwards is Graham Souness' analysis because he loathes when Arsenal underperform. He loathes it. Oh, it was brilliant. He said English football, our game, he called it. Our game. It's an honest country, this country. Our game is in serious danger of not becoming attractive anymore. I said, nah.
No, big man thing. The games of the past couple weeks have been shocking.
Oh, Lord.
Chelsea versus Brighton, horrible. Leeds versus United, horrible. Arsenal, Fulham, horrible. Sick of that. Games of football are just so poor quality. Begging me for the Super League, literally begging for it. Horrible games.
We've lost bare games this season.
Boss like Endo says Arsenal have lost as many games as they won in April. You know, they only have 2 more points than Chelsea did in 15-16.
And you finished 10th that year.
We sacked a title-winning manager that year.
Like, fam, yeah. And then Leno comes up with his nonsense. I was just like
I did not believe
it. Someone needs to put that Lola comment on speaker because Twitter, Arsenal fans were going nuts. At left back. I saw man doing thinking points. I saw flipping graphs. I said, "What is happening here?"
The questions per minute.
Listen, yeah. And we said on this pod, I'm sure we said, like, you know, any decent side gets the better of this guy. And the thing is, like, how can the manager select him at left back at will? You know, at will.
Ernest, yeah, we're clutching at straws, bruv. Like, as Arsenal fans, this is how low it has gotten, bruv.
Bro, listen. I don't know if you lot saw the touchline frackers thing I sent on the group chat. Yeah, Anton basically said, "How can you lot say you trust the manager, but you don't trust the owners who employed the manager? Like, make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense, bro. The decisions that he's making."
Ernest, we're all lost. All Arsenal fans are lost, bruv.
Yeah.
Bruv?
They don't know what to do.
We don't know what to do, bruv.
They don't know what to do.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel, bruv.
They don't know what to do. They genuinely do not know what to do. They don't know what to do. Thomas Partey, I said already this season, he's not our best midfielder. I said this earlier, and I got scrutinized in November, December. That's the problem. I literally said that was the problem.
Oh, you're saying that he's not playing at his level. That's what you mean.
Well, I'm just saying, you look at our midfield, who are you picking? It's
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He has been just a bit better than Cato, you know. Like, he's not been great at all, bro. And that's my guy, but nah, he's not been great. 1-1 Castagna.
Oh,
guys, I don't know what part it does, bro.
He just don't look ready, man. He just looks.
The thing is, he's in a shower of crap football club. Let's keep that the buckest of bucks. This is what it is. You know?
But bro, it's like he's trying to do too much, bro. Like, he's trying to do these funny skills, losing the. Oh no, bro. It's like he's having an out of body experience. It's like it's not the real Thomas Partey. The real Thomas Partey is chilling in Accra right now. But this guy that we're seeing playing before us.
Yeah, but you know, you got to look at you got to look at the leadership.
Well, Lola says, no, Partey is our best midfielder. People are overdoing how poor he's been. It's his shooting that people are reaching on. I kind of agree with Lola. I don't know if he's been very underwhelming. I don't think he's been terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's been terrible at all. I'm just saying he has not been what we thought we bought yet. Yeah. But he's in a side that is god awful, you know, and it comes down to the leadership of this side. And look, 3,000, 4,000, however many it was that was protesting about Kroenke out, and you know, fair dues, everybody wants to make their noise and whatever else. But ladies and gentlemen, man, like at the end of the day, I've been saying this, I don't know how many times now, that because people are saying, oh, let's bring up the Spotify brother. What's his name? Daniel, is it Eck? Something like that, right? My man's got, what is he? Is he 4 billion? Yeah, he's got 4 billion in the account, or he's worth 4 billion rather.
My net worth in the account.
He made his money off ringtones. Okay.
Okay. He made his money off ringtones, yeah. So fair dues, yeah. But guys, having another owner does not solve the problem. I'm sorry, you know, last week I was arguing about not allowing owners to even be able to own a football club. But I'll throw some figures at you, yeah. 85 million euro, 160 million euro, 80 million euro. 125 million euro, 113 million euro. That is the answer. What do you think the question is?
Well, how much Arsenal?
How much these players costing you?
How much we've spent year in the last 5 years? I've gone back 5 years each year. How much we've spent? Then I asked on the group chat. I asked for your assistance, Mandem, yeah, and I said, "What is 590 million euro or 590 in pounds?" Robin, the top man that he is, gave me a very detailed answer. He said 513.34. Okay, so I added millions to that figure. Arsenal has spent 513,340,000 in the last 5 seasons.
Kroenke's not a problem.
The issue is not the owner. Let's get this in our thick heads. It's nothing to do with that, right? You look at, we go with novice number 1, CEO, novice number 2, technical director, novice number 3, and the most important one, novice manager. What the heck are we talking about here? 100 million a season, basically. Spending. I didn't even do net spend because it's not even worth it. Just look at what we are spending our money on. Because even if I buy McDonald's and I sell you Burger King, we could talk about that all day long. But the fact that I have bought McDonald's, we need to have some questions. And I want to lose £100. Really? Really? Ladies and gentlemen, we are spending money like it is tap water. These guys couldn't run a tap, never mind run a football club. And we were out there, 10,000, 3,000 strong, Kroenke out. We want, guys, listen, I get it. Kroenke does not give monkeys about the club, maybe, yeah? Whatever. No other owner will, because they're in it for the money, because they are business people. They're not evil, they are business people. But let's talk about the football side. We all want an owner like Roman and an owner like Sheikh Mansour, because they care about winning, yeah? That's what brings them success. But let's put it aside for 1 minute. Look at what is running our football club.
A couple. Oh, go on, David. Go on, David.
I was just going to say Lola's comment is, that's what I was about to say. But go on, you can say.
Oh, no. Yeah, okay. I'll read the comments and I'll throw it back to you. Footy Agenda says Arsenal really have the most expensive front line in the league. Pepe 72 million, Aubameyang 60, Lacazette 50. A man are crying about Kroenke shaking my head.
182 million quid on the front row.
To which I don't know if Lola was responding to that, but just in general, she says Kroenke is the issue because he's the one who puts these men in a job. So even if he gives money, which he doesn't, he's employed idiots, so it's still down to him in the end.
Oh, so he employs them. Yeah, it's not Gazidis who was there, who he was there before Kroenke, who brought Vinay in to do what he's doing. It's not Vinay who brings Edu in, and then they made Arteta the head coach, and then quickly made him the manager. Like, I get it, I know what you're saying. The buck stops with him because he's the older man and blah 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 blah. But I'm sorry, that's not flying with me.
Pete, do you know what? Yeah, it comes down to accountability, bruv. I think it's issue like Roman. All right, Ancelotti won him the league first year. Next season, he doesn't win it. You did trash. You're out, bruv.
See ya.
Like, he's just letting stupidness run, bruv. Like, how can you justify Willian, bruv?
But listen, David. But David, if you are
what I'm saying, man is not questioning Wagwankers.
No, but let me get there. Because if you're Stan Kroenke and you realize Arsenal is worth £4 billion, you are laughing when you bought it for £1 billion. The project is not failing in his eyes. They care about money. Arsenal are making money. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger in value. He invested in a club that was once upon a time less than £1 billion and is now £4 billion. Or that's how much it's going to take for someone to buy it, 4 or 5 billion, whatever it is. Kroenke is making money out of this football club. The project is working on his front. That's what he cares about. Roman doesn't necessarily. He doesn't care about that. He cares about winning. But I don't want another owner because that's not going to solve the problem.
Then we're in a pickle, innit? We're in no man's land.
We're in a pickle. In a pickle.
I think it's a difference in priorities because Lola's even saying here, you know, if you're a smart owner and you see that you're losing money, your workers aren't doing well, aren't you meant to get rid of the bad stuff and replace it?
He's making money. He's making money.
It's the priority. So you're saying that Kroenke's
no, but Oscar, she said you're losing money. It's not the case. The club is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I think what she means is Arsenal could potentially be making more money.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
By having a more successful football team.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like, yes, there's more money to be made. Yes.
So
Oscar, when you're an owner, is it worth the cost of what you need to spend in order for what you recruit? Because if you win trophies, you don't necessarily get the money that you spent in the first place. You don't necessarily get that same money back.
But it's a longer game, though. It's a longer game. Like you win trophies, you build bigger fan bases in other countries, you grow your brand in the long run. So it's not like I spend $100 million. I see that the issue is it's a risk, innit? Money doesn't guarantee the trophies. Yeah. I do think winning trophies does build your.
I agree, but you look at how much money Man City make and how much Man City spend. Man City will always be in the red, if that makes sense. Do you know them ones? It will always be in the red. The thing from an owner standpoint is they don't look at the money day to day. They look at what I bought it for and what I can sell it for next. And Kroenke has gone up 400%. Imagine that as an investment. 400%. Come on. He's laughing. He's absolutely laughing.
Yeah, this is another topic for the Arsenal podcast that you definitely have to release.
Alrighty, let's keep it moving. Where's Ernest gone? Is he still around or not? Because I was gonna get onto his lot. Oh, he is there. Let's go to Ellen Road. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. Another protest which took place was at Old Trafford the day before. I have a question about Bruno Fernandes, people. And it's not a bad thing on him as such. But why is Ollie not giving that man a rest? Can I ask?
You're asking the same question. He is tired and everyone can see it, but he doesn't want to rest him.
Because the point I was going to bring up, you remember when I said I was going to bring up something about Man United and Cups? You know, he rested him against Leicester, but I think he played him the week before. I think he played him against Sociedad when you'd already won 4-0 the first leg. You played him against Sociedad at home. You then played Leicester the following week or whenever it was, and he drops him, and then you go out in the FA Cup. And I was just
like a Harry Kane.
He looks like a Harry Kane.
He looks like the man that demands to play. Like he wants to play every game, big or small. And ultimately, with players like that, they run the risk of getting injured because, well, you need time to rest, you need time to recuperate. So that as a coach, as a manager, even that's where you earn your keep, isn't it? And that's why you say, big man, you need to rest. I can't play you today. But it seems like Ollie's just going to keep playing him because Bruno demands to play.
It's the same thing with Rashford.
Yeah, I was going to say, for me, Rashford's more...
It's the same thing with Rashford. He just keeps playing. It's like the brother needs a break.
Oscar, the reason I brought up Fernandes is because he hasn't scored in 15 games.
Oh?
And when you look at his record this season, which has been phenomenal, he has definitely hit a wall. And the manager needs to be the leader. And, okay, I get you want to play. I know you want to play every single game. But you drop him for Leicester, you can drop him for Leeds United away and not play him for 90 minutes. Like he hasn't got a semi-final to worry about on Thursday night. Like the man management in terms of like the game time, the fitness management is a question, is a worry for me.
I
Your
think
thoughts, Man
Ollie.
United?
I don't think Ollie trusts his full squad because the point about
Which I
Rashford
also
is
understand.
like Rashford has played with like a clear injury through games.
They're broken back at a point.
Rashford is regularly playing through injuries.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if it's if that is also another thing like what Adrian was talking about, that maybe the player demands to play. But I think Ollie, it looks to me, and I might be wrong, it looks to me like Ollie is good with a player saying, yeah, I want to play, and he just doesn't argue against it.
I'm
Because
80%.
another example of this, which is the most glaring example, which I think is going to come and bite us in a couple seasons, is Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire has played
He's not
every
stopped
minute
it.
of Ollie's
Without
reign.
fail.
Do you think the centre half matters? Do you think fitness levels matter for a centre half?
I think for our centre halves it does, because I think that we have enough to rotate. To see what I'm saying?
Every minute.
I don't.
Yeah, Harry Maguire has not been dropped from minute one. He is
I don't-
playing every single
I don't
minute.
think that's the problem.
No.
Like,
What I'm saying is Ollie's. Like I said to you in the beginning, I don't think Ollie trusts his squad. I think he likes his starting 11 the way it is, because when Eric Bailly's fit, he doesn't start in the league. He literally starts one or two cup games here and there. So, I'm saying it as a whole. When it comes to your Brunos, your Rashfords, your Maguires, it's a sequence of things that he does. And also, like you look at the timing of the subs as well. Like Ollie's very hickey when it comes to them.
Yeah.
So his squad management, I think Peter's spot on. His squad management is a definite question mark. When it comes to, I think sometimes when we try to go those 60 games, 70 games a season, it sometimes it is fatigue that hurts us. I think as much as Martial should have scored.
I was just gonna say, how many points are you ahead of third place, and how many points are you ahead of fifth? Because these games are dead rubbers. They shouldn't be playing.
I feel like the league is a
They
bit.
shouldn't be playing, like, especially these league games I'm bringing up. They should not be playing.
So
Burnley.
right now we are
Go on,
7 points ahead. We're 7 points ahead of Leicester currently. If they carry on with the game, we are 13 points ahead of fifth.
That's what I'm saying. It's done.
Yeah, man.
It's done. Like, you could literally fold the pack and say the league is done. Like, you could have been in the semi-final in the FA Cup. You could have been in the League Cup final. You know what I'm saying? You'd be playing for more. You've got a semi-final Thursday. Like, there's so many other priorities now that they need to have in check.
And it
You're
looks
never
so
gonna
much
win the
better.
league. You feel like, you've done very well to be second. Ollie's done a great job to get second in the league. Now it's like, okay, even if I finish fourth this season, nip it in the bud. We're getting in the Champions League next year. There are cups to be won. You know, where is the rotation?
What I would say is that there are certain players who I think Harry Maguire falls into that category of those sort of workhorse players that just go and they're just almost like machines. You think of like the Gareth Barrys, the Frank Lampards, the Steven Gerrards. That man never missed a game. Like John Terry would play literally every game of a Premier League season, not miss a single minute. So when I see it in Harry Maguire, I'm not that surprised because he looks fit and he's got the stamina, kind of like a Mason Mount. I see it more of an issue with Rashi because he's explosive and you can see when he's tired. Like you can literally see it on the pitch. I don't see it as much with Maguire. Maybe you guys are watching more intently, so you can let me know. But
I agree, Oscar. I think of the players we're mentioning, he's the least of the three. Like he's the least of the problem. But I think that Ollie's squad management needs a lot. Like he needs refining in that area because I feel like he's tired of the options that he has. Because when you look at the guys we have outside, like Martial has been. I saw a highlight reel of Martial last season, and I almost cried, man. Guys, he was cold last year, man. Like he was sick last year. All of a sudden, he's been absolutely pathetic, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? So you would think that if we had those options, not available, cool. Daniel James, let's see what you can do. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen with my own two eyes, bruv. You see what I'm saying? Like yesterday, there was a particular chance. I don't know, Robin. I don't know if you watched the game where someone lays off the ball to Bruno, and James runs into the same space.
James passes it,
into the same space, and he doesn't realize. You don't like man that have. You don't like players that look. They're like owls. They have eyes everywhere, bro. Man can rotate the head, and I know the whole pitch. Daniel James didn't know who was in front of him, so it's like the decision to shoot isn't. It's not first nature.
His tunnel vision.
It's just not there, bruv. Like his football IQ, I saw it in his first Manchester derby. Bruno should have scored a hat-trick. Every chance he got in the box, man decided not to pass it.
He decided to shoot.
I said, this guy's not it, bruv. I said, this guy's not it, bruv. He's only here on a technicality. Because of a legend. That is all he's here for, bruv. Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
on Abdi's point about Mata, I think Mata's gotten to the point. I think someone recently passed away in Mata's. Was it his mum?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think Mata's mum just passed. I think it was within the last 2-3 weeks. So I think that he might be giving him some level of a break. But even to his point, before that, we haven't seen Mata for most of this season. Do you see what I'm saying? And Mata is a combination of, it could be that he's getting on. So how much effect could he have? In that case, why don't we put on people like Donny van der Beek? Because I don't understand, especially to Peter's point, when Donny doesn't play deep. He's not going to play as an 8. He's not going to play as a 6. He is more of a 10. He's like Ander Herrera. He likes to play on the channels. He likes to kind of put himself out in the final third. Oli brings him on in games that we need to rest our attacking options. He brings him on in the last 2 minutes of the game. And I'm like, bro, like these are the kind of things I'm looking at. And I'm like, the options you like off the bench, like, are not good. Like technically, Donny's better than James. He's better than flipping. Who else have we got that? Like Fred. He's better than all these guys from a technical standpoint. But Oli seems to trust the guys he trusts. Like Fred, as poor as he is starting to get to that. He's not a 3 out of 10 anymore. He's a bit of a 4 out of 10 now, where he's like, his touch is still a problem, but his turns when he receives the ball is a bit better. But that's really it. From a technical perspective, Donny van der Beek should be getting at least 30 minutes per game, and he's not getting that. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're right. I think Oli needs help in that department, and those are just one of the things that makes him not title worthy, in my opinion. Because, like David said, if Kane was to come, Kane has been getting injured for like the best part of 3-4 years, every August, sometimes later on in the year. I don't think he's going to manage him well. Personally, I don't think he will. I don't think he will at all.
SW6X London said Donny is at.
He's on tour, bro.
He's at Manchester United, bro. On tour. Boss like Endo said, remember when Abdi said Fred was top 20 midfielders in the Prem?
Boss like Endo, we don't speak. We just let it marinate. We're not saying a word.
Speaking of Abdi, he's talking about the 3-0 game against Sheffield last season when Martial grabbed the hat-trick. He was scintillating that game. Lola has said that Martial was not sick last year. He was only good during the COVID postseason run. He
was our top goal scorer last year.
Do you know what it is with Martial? Do you know what the thing with Martial, I think last year was? I swear there were moments when he went through a hot purple patch and he had like 2 or 3 of those spells. But like in between them, there were like, I don't know if it was like 2, 3, 4, 5 game droughts, but like there was a few droughts in them. But when he was fire, he was on. And then he might score. All comps.
I think 23 or 24.
Just Prem, sorry.
17.
Prem 17.
Yeah, that's sick. It's a good season.
You know what? Since you brought up Premier League
great form.
Since you brought up Premier League goals and you talk about Prem 17, guys, check this, right? Only 6 players have scored 10 or more goals in the last 4 seasons in the Premier League. Can you name them?
Mo Salah.
Salah is one. Players who have scored 10 or more Premier League goals in the last 4 seasons, including this season.
Every season.
Yes, every
season. Kane, Aubameyang.
Rashi.
Kane. First of all, Kane. What was it? What was the second? Salah we had. Aubameyang is incorrect. He's got 9 at the moment this season, so he's not there yet.
Stinker.
Okay.
What was the other name you said? Somebody else said another name.
Rashford.
Oh, Oscar, please be serious.
What? No.
Are you freaking serious? Of course not. Are you freaking joking me? What do you think he is?
Wait, 10 goals in the last 4 seasons.
10 plus goals in each of the last 4 seasons.
Wait, did Rashford not score 10?
He's not got 10 now.
You think Rashford scored 10?
Wait, he doesn't score 10. He scored 20 goals in all comps. He hasn't scored 10 league.
Oscar, who do you think he is? He thinks he's Karim Benzema. This guy thinks he's Karim Benzema.
Wait, how many goals does Rashford have in the league now?
Let's have a look. Maybe he has it now. But
I think 9.
He hasn't scored 10?
no, he's on 10 now. He's on 10 now, but he hasn't got 10 each. He hasn't got 10 each of the last 4 years.
Oh.
Oscar, do you think he's Karim Benzema?
I've been overrating this guy.
Yes, you have been.
You have been
You certainly have.
for time.
We've been saying it for ages.
We have been.
Oh, by the way, Sterling. Raheem Sterling. There we go.
That is incorrect.
Sterling don't have 10 this year. Sterling don't have 10 this
He
year.
hasn't got 10 this year, so he can't have.
I've been trying to tell you. Time.
Has anyone guessed? Has anyone else guessed? Any comments from anyone? Sadio Mane is incorrect, my friend. David, stop smoking.
Relax, cuz.
Stop smoking. Stop smoking. Stop thinking Mane.
How many names are there?
I said, so you got 1. You've only got 2 out of 6.
Son must be there.
Ings.
Son must be there.
Wait, one at a time. Who said Ings? David.
Yeah.
Get off the weed.
How many are left? How many games are left?
Huh?
How many names are left?
4.
Son.
Heung-min Son is correct. Heung-min Son is correct.
Vardy.
SWC said Vardy.
Jamie Vardy, of course he is in there.
Oh, has he got 10 this year?
Footy agenda says Giroud.
Right.
Nah.
Giroud. Olivier
That's
Friggy
cool.
Giroud. Olivier Friggy Giroud. Do you know what? Just for that, Footy agendas, find out how many times he's done 10 or more in the league. Come back to me. Giroud.
Giroud hasn't scored 100 Premier League goals.
Yeah. Trust me, I watched 5 years of him.
What? On average, 12 a season for what, 8 years?
Who are the other 3?
No, you got 3. You said Son, you said Vardy, and you said you said Son, Vardy, and Salah, and Kane. You said, right?
Yeah.
So there's 2 more.
What?
2 more players.
No way.
Goals.
No way,
Sorry?
bro. You tried
They've got 10 goals every season for the last 4 seasons, including 9.
What? Even Callum Wilson, bro.
Callum Wilson is incorrect. Get off the shisha. Lay on the shisha.
That was a decent shout, to be fair.
You brought it down a notch, but you're on the shisha. Yeah, Vardy, the man them said it already. Yeah, Vardy, yeah. Top notch. Come on, there's 2 more lads. And ladettes.
Who the hell is there?
Oh,
Everton.
come on.
Who scores for Everton?
Everton.
I'm literally going down the table on whose team who's been mentioned.
Everton are still trying to find Lukaku's goals right now. I said Everton.
I genuinely don't know. I know for damn sure they know Chelsea.
Yo! Don't tell me Lacazette's there.
I like a blood clot, Zet. Yeah, he's in there.
Why? Is there anyone from Crystal Palace?
No one
No.
from Palace.
Zaha on the low, potentially.
Brother, Zaha will do well to get 6 in the league season.
How long have Wolves been up? Is Raul Jimenez in there?
No. This year.
Not this year.
The guy's has had a freaking surgery on his
I
skull.
give up, man.
I'm just happy the guy's alive.
You won't get this last one.
I will.
The answer, he scored a hat-trick on the weekend. His name is Christopher Wood. Has got 10 goals.
I'd have never got that, to be fair.
Hey, Christopher's a shooter still. That's some impressive numbers for them.
Aubameyang's 1 goal away. If he scores in the league between now and the end of the season, he would have also got 10 in the last 4 years. And he done half a year in one of them.
Wait. Are all those strikers, every single player? Apart from Son. Son's a winger, right?
Son, you'd say is a winger. Salah, you can argue.
That's an interesting stat. What Footy agenda is again?
What's that? What's he saying? What's Footy agenda saying? Does he come back?
Free Agenda said, Peter, Giroud scored 10 plus goals for Arsenal from 2012
in the league. In the league, fam. Because he definitely did not. Because I sat there and I watched him as my centre forward.
What?
And you're not going to tell me he scored 10 goals in the league. You're not going to do it.
You're telling me there were years he didn't score more than 10? He's that bad. He was that bad for you.
Let me have a look. Well, I mean, Giroud in this conversation. In Giroud in this conversation,
he got a lot of 12s.
Yeah, in the Prem.
Okay,
He was never that bad.
What? Okay,
he got 12, 16.
I'm saying to this conversation here, 10 goals in the last 4.
Yeah, because at Chelsea,
10 in the last 4. He know them ones. He did not. Okay, and what was he getting? 12. Did you say 12 in the league? And he was the centre forward.
That's it. Oscar, pull it up.
Guys, yeah. Hold on.
Talk to me, darling.
No, but on Chris Wood, yeah, that's quite impressive for Burnley. Yeah, that's over 40 Prem goals.
Bro, I want to say something right now about
Burnley stature.
I want to say something about Chris Wood right now.
Really?
Is he gonna say he's gonna? Are you throwing him on a bus?
Actually,
he should be in a top 8 side in the Premier League. He should be.
What's the next subject?
No, seriously, guys. This is that snobbery that I was talking about. We can't, like, when we're talking about the League Cup, like, we can't just look at, oh yeah, he plays for Burnley, does whatever. Do you know something? Yeah, do you know something? We need to pull up Sean Dyche for a minute, because when you look at what's it called? When you look at
they got you there.
Yeah,
they got you there.
Wait, you can say they got me. Look at how shocking that is for the centre forward at Arsenal.
Those are Fabinho numbers.
Look at those numbers.
But that's to Lola's point, isn't it? Because she was saying that Martial weren't all that because he got 17. Giroud got 16 twice. So it's similar. But,
you know my thoughts on Giroud. Oh God.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying we need to put up Sean Dyche, because when you think about it, right? Nick Pope, you say, should be England's goalkeeper or should be there or thereabouts, right? In the squad, right? We talk about Tarkowski. We say, yeah, you know what? Decent player. And then we talk about frigging, like now I'm bringing up Chris Wood, who's got 10 plus goals in this Burnley side. He's got 10 plus goals in the Premier League alone in the last 4 years.
Yeah, would you take
I'm saying, no, maybe.
Why are you saying maybe when you're 10th and you're saying top 8 teams?
Maybe. I say maybe because what I'm saying is, no, because I'm not. Joey's. I'm not going to be snobberish about it. When we actually, because the thing is,
sometimes you have to be. You have to be elitist.
When we think about Burnley, like remember when he was at Leeds? I don't know if anybody saw him at Leeds. He did very well at Leeds. He did very well at Leeds. But what I'm saying is that when you see Burnley, everybody thinks of this one-dimensional football, which is true. But when you look at the player for terms of the talent that they are, Chris Wood is a much more talented player than we give him credit for. Or for Burnley, let's say, if Chris Wood was like like remember Danny Ings used to play for Burnley, and then he went and he tore up trees when he went to what club did he go to? I think he went straight to Liverpool, didn't he?
He did tear up. The only thing he tore up was the medical bed.
I can't believe we're having a Chris Wood segment. I can't believe.
No, I'm just saying we have to put respect on his name. You guys were sitting there saying,
but the 10 goals is enough respect.
He's a good he's a decent Premier League striker.
And I'm saying he should get a better gig than Burnley.
No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. He's where he's supposed to be. Style of football works for him.
The snobbery is unbelievable. That's the thing. But Adrian,
10 league goals is even great, bro.
Bro, when you're listen, look at the names that we can't. Look at the names you lot tried to reel off.
I heard that.
You thought got it. That's my point. I do agree with you though. 10 goals is not glamorous or amazing. I'm with you. But when you look at the consistency over time, I'm like, okay, I've got to put some respect. I'm going to throw some salt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw some salt on there. But I will say that, when you look at the Burnley side he's with, he's getting them goals. If he was playing for, God, give me a team that attacks well. If he played for Everton, he would do as good as DCL's doing. Personally.
I don't really rate DCL like that. But anyway, how many goals do Burnley get? If he gets them all, then I don't care. He's a decent striker, but
he's decent.
Ability-wise, I'll take Wilson before Wood. Facts.
That's the thing. That's the
not
thing.
all players sail up. Chris Wood is good where he is.
Something funny has just happened. So Fabrizio Romano, our Italian correspondent, transferred guru.
Italian boy, he's more than that.
Yeah. Anyways, he's just pretty much said that Julian Nagelsmann is to Bayern Munich is confirmed. He said the manager has turned down approaches from Tottenham mainly,
I thought so.
and
He's a smart
decided
guy.
to join for the next 5 years at Bayern. I just found it funny. Yes,
He's already gone up in my estimation. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
He's a really what a legend.
Apparently, the senior man has fired Leicester in front.
Who's the senior man?
Oh, come on. Where are you? Where do you live?
We live under a rock.
Yeah, but you listen to all the news. There's only one senior man.
Hey, what? Uncle Kalech.
Yeah. You're calling him uncle now.
Wait, bro. Man said, first of all, I want to thank God. Listen, he is the king. From then, that's it.
Yeah.
He gets a hat trick, and he thanked his mum on Mother's Day, and then he thanked God. He said, this guy's a good man.
Guys who are watching, please like the video. Please subscribe if you are not already. I promise you, for the rest of the season, there'll be no more segments on Chris Wood. We'll talk about interesting things only.
You guys are being snobberish. You lot are just being snobberish. That's
not even a word. That's not.
I mean, by that token, why don't we talk about Sheffield United and West Brom then?
Wait,
why don't we talk about what?
Let's goal was outstanding, guys.
Was it? Was it a fire? Was it fire? As SW6 said.
I'm watching it on Sky Go, so I'm delayed. But the finish was insane. That's goal of the week contender.
Oh,
that is insane.
Dina Tale, man. Oh, what a bad boy striker he was.
Right, can we move on, please?
Yeah, let's
It was
move on,
85 on
please.
FIFA for years.
Come on.
Where are we going to? What? Chelsea?
Adrian first. Adrian first. Yeah.
Adrian, who did Liverpool? Newcastle. Oh, Joe Willock. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. Joe Willock. He scores when he wants.
That's what happened.
Justice is what happened. AD, Liverpool, man. You lot could walk to the top 4 if you wanted to, but you're trying to walk backwards.
We don't want to, bro. I don't know. It's like there's this negative pool that the top 4 has, because in years past, in years past, I watched teams fighting for the top 4. I'm seeing teams pissing about. Remember what Emery done when he was losing to Everton and all of these sorts of funny teams. I'm like, surely, like top 4 is a good thing, right?
Who did it last year? I think Chelsea did it last year. Somebody did it as well last year, where it was just like, what are you doing?
Leicester.
Brother, it's the wacky races. Like Leeds, where the lead away at Ellen Road, hard fought 1-0 victory. Piss about, men are losing men in corners, that stuff that you see at Tooting Beck on a Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. we lose 2 points there. Newcastle again. And what have I told you guys about football? God is a just God. Bro, on my life, I'm telling you guys, in football, particularly Liverpool, right? If you dominate a first half and you only leave the game at 1-0, the other team will get that one chance and they'll capitalize on it. We see it time and time again.
The only interjection I have to have for you there, Adrian, is it wasn't one chance.
Yeah, fair enough. What?
Newcastle United were let in a good 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, fine, fair, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
and God gave you another chance with VAR.
What the?
Mercy was extended.
He gave you a chance to correct yourself, and you didn't.
It's like as a football fan, I always speak of the injustice that Cardiff suffered at the hands of Chelsea, and it's like Liverpool shared my sentiments, and they said, you know what, Newcastle, relegation dogfight, you should have scored. We're just going to give you the goal back anyway. It's preposterous, bro. Bro, we were so far camped that there was a period of like. It was probably only about 10 minutes. It seemed like 30. When we were camped so deep into our goal line, we could have been in Stanley Park. Newcastle played that good, consistent football since the day of Sir Bobby. Bro, wave after wave after wave of attack. And I'm thinking, big man, brother, Steve Bruce, they'll pop in it. I saw John Shelby come and play centre back. By the way, I heard John Shelby say something a bit, not foul, but he said something I can't really say. I'll get cancelled. He called someone a effing little person, but he used the M word. And Peter, do you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of why he never made it at Liverpool. Remember when he got sent off against Manchester United? And what did he say? Tell Sir Alex Ferguson when he was walking off the pitch. What did he tell him?
What did he say? He said something about what's it called? Where I'm from, we don't tell on people. Is it like that?
We don't grass.
We don't grass. Where I'm from, we don't grass.
But that's just on the side. But bro, honestly, it's diabolical. We've got We've fumbled the season. It's been diabolical. It's been atrocious. Forget Virgil van Dijk. The chances we created, bro. Mane's taking the piss. I don't know what's happened to him.
Nah, do you know what? Yeah, you see Mane. Yeah, it looks like the guy that Southampton got from
Ahead of
Salzburg.
himself.
Like I do not know who this guy is.
It looks like
And
FC Mets Mane.
I'm saying.
Well, when he just come from Senegal. It looks like FC Butter.
Pretty agenda says Mane lost his legs. It is what it is. Move him in the summer for a classical winger. None of that poacher stuff. And move Firmino for any target man. Maybe Chris Wood. Maybe Chris Wood if Peter thinks.
Oh, you know, loads of
I guess so, right? Well, Chris Wood for 30 million, right, Peter?
You get 10. You get 10 from him. You'll get you 10 goals. You get you 10 goals.
Yeah, so I'm at a loss at the moment, guys.
Lola's posted a comment that the same question that I put in the group chat at full time. I said, "How are you letting Dwight Gale win a header in your box?"
Dwight Gale,
preposterous.
How many short players have been winning headers in penalty areas? That should never be happening. It's a record-breaking season for that.
Rapodon's giving you 2 alone. He chipped him with a couple.
Hey, Roy Hodgson makes me sick, you know. I'm watching this Leicester game, yeah.
It's time for him to go, man. I love him, but
I see they're warming up a sub. I see the hair. I'm like, oh yes, it's time for match right. He's bringing on Jeffrey Schlupp to try and rescue the game. He's not going to score for you, Roy.
There you go, bro. You got to get Schlupp in there, boy. You got to get Schlupp in there. Did Schlupp take a Premier League medal when he was at Leicester?
Yeah, man, I think he did.
I'm sure.
I think they all did. Footy Agenda says, do I get ever since Chris?
His record against us is good, man. Was it? I think they said it was something like 4-6 or something, or 5-3, 3-5, whatever it was. I was like, oh, okay.
I love Dwight because he's like 30, but he looks 16. It's brilliant.
Yeah, man.
I was astonished by his age. I never understood why he loved playing in the Championship. I think twice, even Newcastle came out, and I think Palace came out, and he spent 1 year back in the Championship. I'm like, what are you doing there, bruv? Get in the Premier League and score goals.
It's a Nathan Ellington thing. Sometimes, like, the step
Ellington.
up. You know, Sylvain Ebanks-Blake, all the time. The step up is too steep, brother. It's too steep.
Benicophobia and them.
Yeah, bro. Ebanks-Blake had one shot, like... get a couple bites of the cherry. Ebanks-Blake had one shot and it didn't work.
I heard that, man. But
oh god, honestly, Liverpool are making me laugh, man. But like,
making me sick.
They actually might end up Europa. Like, this is actually not a joke.
Robin, do you know what's funny? Like every season we have this. What Adrian started off with, the negative pool of the top 4. Every season we have teams that are pissing around with the top 4. We're talking Leeds, Newcastle.
It's Newcastle side. Full team.
Home.
You take three of those players, cool. The rest of them piss off to the Championship where you belong. And brother, and we're letting them sauce it about on the Anfield's hallowed turf.
Honestly.
Sorry, Adrian. Boss like Endo is having his venting moment. He said, I actually hate this team. Top 4 done if we lose to Man United on Sunday. We are not good enough. Mane and Bobby need to be sold. I'm now on the Salah train. He's our 3rd best player in the Premier League era. And he's now joined the Salah train.
Oh, no.
Where you been, bro?
Interesting.
I remember when he was...
at least you're here now. That's what I mean.
Yeah, even if you're late, you've arrived.
Yeah, Salah, though, is an absolute machine. What a goal. What a goal.
Yeah. He's different. He's such a beast.
Play with Muppets. Play with losers.
What? Peter, I'm just seeing now, yeah. Arsenal are travelling to Newcastle on the weekend.
Oh, are we?
Hey, Maximum is gonna give you problems. Flipping heck. It's long.
Listen, blood, can the league, fam. Europa Thursday night is what listen, Unai and his crew. They're gonna be waiting for us.
I forgot that you're playing tonight. Oh, I cannot wait.
Unai, Emery,
I can't believe Newcastle have survived relegation. I can't believe it. I thought they were destined to go down.
Oscar, do you know that's a good shout? Because I was sitting there thinking, like, right, because they got cushion, haven't they? Points wise,
yeah,
they've got
they're safe. They're safe.
No, yeah. The bottom 3 is locked in.
It's locked, yeah. I'm there thinking, fam, with Fulham and this resurgence that we were seeing, and even like lately, I thought like they could still do something. But fam, and West Brom winning them games that they had, you know, the one against Southampton and Chelsea. I thought, Newcastle are in some serious mud, and somehow
I think
somehow.
Maximan come back at the right time as well. Like,
My
that's their
goodness.
star boy, man.
My goodness, he's saved
And as I
them.
said, they've got decent bits. Obviously, we spoke about Callum Wilson. So yeah, their best players just carried them really, and yeah, they made it over the line. But Steve Bruce, awful manager. But guess what? He's in the Prem for another year.
That's it.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Senior man as one man of the match. Lola O says no Willock to save them. Footy
Arsenal,
Agenda says Salah moving from Liverpool if they don't make Champions League. He's not wasting his prime like Kane. He's got priorities. That's interesting.
Damn. Could you imagine, bloody? Could you imagine if Salah just hands in that transfer request this summer?
I don't think that.
Yeah, Thiago was very good actually.
Thiago's a top player, man. It's a shame that he's had a crap season. Like, as in Liverpool have had a crap season, but he's a good player, man.
Funny comment from SW6. He says he and Nacho are Ronaldo right now.
What? Oh, can I for the Ballon d'Or? Yeah,
bro. Goal and assist. The form he's on is crazy.
His form is ridiculous at the moment, though. This is beyond purple. It's a ridiculous streak.
That 40 days faster than interceding. It's better.
That's it. It's better. Man did all of that during Lent just to pop off from
this. Is it, man? I'm telling you.
This is it.
I think it's a game.
Where to now, Pierre?
Sorry, where to now? Can we go to the only team that actually won on the weekend? Shall we talk about it? Shall we talk about it? West Ham United 0, Chelsea 1. Oscar, Chelsea are trying to claw their way into that top 4. They've gone above West Ham. Is that correct?
3 points clear of West Ham.
3 points now clear of West Ham.
Yeah.
Is
4 points clear of Liverpool.
And obviously Timo Werner with his goal.
Yes, Timo Werner
bagged the goal as well.
I can't believe we still have to talk about this guy, but
all I said that he scored. That's what I'm saying.
No. Like I'm not even saying that you insinuated. I'm just talking about the game. Because SW6 has said Timo, yes, love for the guy. He scored his goal. He still manages to find a way to miss sitters every single game. Every single game. Look at Lola's comment. 100% fact. Werner finally scored, and he was still shocking. How does that happen? To be honest, I was quite disappointed in the game, man. I thought it was going to be a really, really good clash because both teams need to secure that top 4. So it was like a competitive game, but it wasn't really all that. We just defended very solidly and we did our thing. But Tuchel, he loves to do a decision that just infuriates the fans. He played Aspie at right wing back, bro. When I tell you, man, Aspie was shattered.
He was panting.
He couldn't hack it
as the deer pants. Fam, this guy was panting. I remember it was shades of the FA Cup final last year where Aubameyang took him on a roller coaster for 45 minutes. And I said, this guy cannot handle him. But yeah, you're right. He was knackered. He was absolutely knackered. It should have been more fun than, the fixture looked more.
I thought it would be a good game. Iklas
no, but you needed to win.
Fredericks had Aspie on toast. Yeah, that was the main thing. SW6 even said Fredericks.
Imagine Ryan
he got eaten. I'm worried if he gets Madrid. I think Madrid Aspie will play in the centre back position, the right centre back. I don't think he'll play on the wing back role because I don't know who will play there. Maybe Vinicius.
I guess Vinicius.
Yeah, they might not eat him up. It's either Vinicius or it's Hazard. So they might not eat him up. So that's crazy. I'm not really looking forward to that.
Do you know what's funny though? Like Chelsea won, but I don't think this top 4 race was over. You know, like when you see a defeat, you're like, okay, that's done now. It's over. I know they've got a 3-point gap over West Ham, but West Ham have got favourable fixtures compared to the competition.
That's interesting. I think it's over. I think we sealed it this weekend, and the reason I do is because Liverpool dropped points. It was mainly more so on Liverpool than West Ham. I think Liverpool dropped points, and they've got Man United next week. I don't see them beating United. So I think I don't know why I've kind of ruled West Ham out of my mind now that we've surpassed them.
Even with their fixtures they've got, I
haven't looked at their fixtures.
I'll tell you what they are, bro. They're going away to Burnley, Chris Wood and them, man. They're at home to Everton, away at Brighton, away at West Brom, home to the beach settings, Southampton. Bro, West Ham's fixtures are tasty.
I can see them slipping up in some of those games.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, not necessarily because they're great teams, but It's just where football
They
goes.
lost to Newcastle, bro. What the flip?
I can see them drawing to Burnley. You know what I mean? I can see Southampton picking up points.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's West Ham. You know what I mean? It's West Ham.
You know what I mean? All right.
It's like Elmi said, I'm so glad we learned from last season and never lost to West Ham this season. Our last visit to the London Stadium was a shambles. Rudiger and Christensen
I'll never
redeemed
forget that.
themselves.
I've got mental images of that game, of when Rudiger was like, it was him versus whatever the attack was at the time.
SW6 says it's going to the last day because Chelsea have Madrid twice, City, Arsenal, and Leicester still to play.
You can take Arsenal like that. You can take Arsenal like that. Don't worry
Those
about
are tough games. Those are tough games.
Don't worry about Arsenal. Take Arsenal out of that conversation, mate. We're gonna go there and lay the bed.
The thing about Chelsea right now is that we don't have a lot of injuries and we've got a thick squad. Like we've got players that can come in and out. Like we're like fatigue shouldn't really be a thing for us if Tuchel rotates properly. So yeah, I'm not that worried, man. I think we should have it. It's in our hands now. We should have it in the bag. Leicester have just won, by the way.
Oscar, please don't do it.
Oscar, please don't do it. If we don't get top 4, I'm coming for you. Going over. We have Arsenal, City, Villa, Leicester. We can easily bottle. Well, I remember when you were saying Chelsea are definitely finishing above Man United. It's certain. You bottled that, yeah. You made that happen. So. Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what? Like Arsenal and Villa, it's not really a conversation in that. Villa have just decided to go to sleep as well. So
no Grealish, no party.
No Grealish, no. But I feel sorry for the guy, man. He might not even go to the Euros.
I mean, again, how so? Like, is your sympathy capped to a degree?
Why? He's got injured. Why would I not feel sorry for him?
No, as a man signed the deal. Man's still there.
No, I don't care about.
No, he's talking about his injury. He's saying that Villa.
I see.
Yeah,
So I misread it.
I'm saying if he wasn't injured, Jack Grealish could have won Player of the Year this year, and he would have definitely gone to the Euros. At this rate, I don't know if any of those things are going to happen.
That's a fair
Player
point.
of the Year, you can kiss goodbye to Player of the Year. That's definitely not happening. He won't even be in the shortlist now. But the Euros. Why would we know Southgate doesn't really like him anyway? So why would Southgate take him when he's not fit? It's peak. As for Chelsea, obviously Real Madrid tomorrow night, the biggest game in my club's last 5 years. We haven't had a game this important. It's crazy.
Real Madrid. Where you home or away?
Madrid. We're at their little rubbish training ground.
Don't take it for granted, bro. They've held some massive W's over there.
I know, but I want to play at the Bernabeu. You know what I mean? I want to be at the Bernabeu.
But that shows the size of the club. You see the size of the training grounds. I'm sure that's bigger than Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like you see, like all these big stadiums. I remember Madrid are kicking about in their training.
in their little back garden, fam, which is big as Bournemouth.
Like I said, tomorrow's our biggest game in 7 years. I'm so excited and nervous. I watched back our game versus Liverpool at Anfield. I was so gassed. I think we can get a decent result. Boxer Endo says, yeah, Kovacic is a miss. And SW6 says, we're in good hands with Tuchel. I do feel like we're in good hands with Tuchel. He's a big game manager. He knows how to look at another team, size them up, and exploit their weaknesses. My only issue with the guy is it's a small issue, but he's not finding any game time for my boy Callum Hudson-Odoi.
It's the Hudson-Odoi thing again.
And it is, man, because I don't want us to lose him, man. I've seen my team lose too many good players, man, at young ages, and they go on to become world class, and everyone's like, "Oh, how were we supposed to know he would be world class?" It's like, bro, we knew this. Salah, Lukaku, De Bruyne. I even throw Iron Robin into that class because he had his best years away from Chelsea. So if we let Hudson-Odoi go, the guy, he's not getting in the team against Brighton. He's not getting in the team against West Ham when we've got Real Madrid the next day. I know he's not playing tomorrow. He's definitely not playing tomorrow. So, like, what are you doing? I'm seeing Phil Foden light up the league. I'm like, bro, let this kid play.
And like Philly.
Not to say he's Phil Foden's level or whatever.
Oscar, I don't want to be that guy, right?
Oh, dear.
Honestly, just how good? I'm just general question. How good is Callum Hudson-Odoi? Because obviously this is a kid. His name has been bandied about year upon year. Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's the Messiah. He's the next big thing. At 17 years old, he was pulling up trees. Right, he's going to turn 21 later this year. Like, he's still very, very young. Of course, still very, very young. But what's your expectation of him? Like, what level do you think he's at right now today as we speak? Because I speak to a lot of Chelsea fans, they're high on him, but is he that good?
Yeah.
Today, why?
Yeah. He's a creative player. He makes our team flow better. We struggle to create chances. We just played Brighton and didn't score a goal. Yeah, we played Southampton this season. Our only goal was a penalty. We played Leeds this season and didn't score a goal. We struggle with creativity under Tuchel. Yeah, our best thing is keeping a clean sheet and keeping it solid. So he's utilized him in that wing back role and it's helped. But when we need to create chances going forward, we're a horrible side. We are really, really bad. We're not good to watch. I don't know if any of you guys have been watching Chelsea lately. It's not fun. You're not having fun watching us.
Definitely not fun. No.
It's not fun. And not to say that it should be all fun and games. We need to win. We need to win. And shout out to Caesar Sense, innit? He's just said the thing that I've always been saying. Chelsea struggled to create without Cho. The last time we played with Cho, we beat Crystal Palace 4-1. That was fun. Before that, the last time he started was against Everton. We beat them 2-0 and we created a handful of chances after that. Like Werner should have scored twice. So I feel like he makes us tick. When he plays in the right wing-back role, he drives the team forward. He pushes us on. When he's in the attacking position, he can unblock low blocks, innit? You know when teams sit 2 banks of 4 and it's just tough and there's that arc of passing the ball around. Yeah. He's got the creativity to circumnavigate that. Man like Pulisic, they're just dribbling. Ziyech, bro, I'm losing my patience with this Ziyech brother. Like, if it's not Edgware Road, I don't know what he's doing. Like, Havertz hasn't arrived. But yeah,
even I have to admit, I think Callum Hudson-Odoi needs to be playing. It's time to get him on, and really, when you're looking at people having Foden, people are having Saka, people are having their own Jude Bellingham's. You're watching all these young players playing game time, getting bare game time. And what's Sancho? Is he 20? Is he younger than Hudson-Odoi?
They're the same age.
At the same age. It's just like, come on,
2000 anyway.
Yeah. Even I have to admit, I'll be like, Callum needs to be getting the minutes.
Iklas says Cho ain't as good as people say. He's got no end product. I think that's crazy. I think people expect him to score goals. I think Lampard came out in an interview one time and he said, "Oh, I want Hudson-Odoi to be getting in the box and scoring goals like Raheem Sterling." He's not a goal scorer. He's a wide playmaker, right? He's similar to the more like a Neymar than a Sterling. Do you know what I mean? Not to say he's that quality, of course.
Is he like Sane?
Sort of. He's a creative player, innit? So he's gonna find a breakthrough for the team. He's not always gonna score you goals. Like, I don't expect him to bag goals, but he does get assists. Like our best chance against Brighton in that second half, he puts the ball on a plate for Giroud. Before that, the game before he got an assist for Havertz. Like he consistently makes openings.
Something's never changed, JP.
If I speak,
he consistently makes openings for Chelsea, but I can't pretend like what I'm watching isn't good enough, because it definitely is good enough when you see the crap that Pulisic has put us this season. Werner's been shocking. Hakim Ziyech, Iklas is banging on about Ziyech. So the meritocracy just ain't there. These men are playing whack and they keep playing. So I don't really get that. Hudson-Odoi, obviously he's doing something off the field that Tuchel is not a fan of, or maybe it's on the field, but like he's not expressing it to us. He's just saying it in training. So I don't know. If he plays, we got Fulham next week. If he doesn't play against Fulham, then Brighton's on the wall, innit?
I feel, and with the thing with like, sorry to go back to Werner and Tammy in that situation, I feel like, obviously Tammy's your top goal scorer this season. And when you look at the game time he's getting this year, it's like, it's no way, it's not even close, right? Yeah. And I feel like this Werner situation reminds me of the Roman Abramovich Torres situation, where I almost feel like he's, okay, obviously Tuchel, probably likes Werner, German and whatever else, blah, blah. Yeah. But I feel like, even after this long, you've watched Werner play this long, and you're still picking him. Yes, he got his goal, but of course, like you were saying, as you were saying, I said, Shisha Ajax Don is a bag. But I feel like personally, I think Tammy could have got a good 15 to 20 goals this season in the league had he played throughout all of this time, because the chances have been there, and I know Tammy misses some chances as well. But I feel like he would bag way more goals than Werner would have this season.
Yeah, Tammy will score goals, but like Tammy's not without his faults. Like I feel like they're both almost the same level. The difference is you feel like Tammy is that level at his best, whereas Werner, we hope that we're seeing Werner at his worst right now. We hope that we haven't seen the best of Werner, because he can't be.
looking at the other side of the pitch, West Ham could do with a striker. Tammy Abraham would slot in perfectly there.
Yeah, he's linked to them.
Perfectly.
He's linked to them.
There's loads of teams who do well, man.
He's linked to them.
Yeah, I mean, he will not be short of any suitors. Just get him out on loan. You ain't got to sell him.
I can Iklas say Cho is on this road thing. Well, what is that? He said man was out here breaking COVID rules. Blood, Ben Chilwell broke COVID rules. No one's saying he's on road. What is this? Leave my boy alone, man. Leave my boy alone.
I remember Cho was up to some funny business in the summer. We were rinsing him in the summer.
yeah. He was up to him. He was doing a madness still. Boss that Endo said Werner has double figures goals. Yeah, but he should. Like, look how many games he's played.
Them Pepe stats.
He's played there.
You can massage it and coax it to look decent.
I was just gonna say that any striker at Chelsea will get double goals and assists. They will. Any of them.
Not assists though. Not assists. Like if Giroud played all them games, he wouldn't have double figures assists. Neither with Tammy.
Yeah, okay.
So he's contributing in a different way.
So has he got like 10 assists as well?
Yeah. He's got the most assists.
Okay.
In the class.
I thought Boslak was putting together goals and assists. They're double figures. That's what
No. I think he's got 10-10.
Oh,
wow.
He's got them. Okay.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I mean, I wouldn't start to say it's impressive, but
I mean, in your first year in the Premier League, and you got
I've always said, Werner's pace is an asset in it, so we utilize that. We get the best.
I can't lie. There's always a limit to first year grace. There's always a limit.
What do you mean? You think Werner's reached that limit, or like what are you saying?
I think Werner passed that limit. There's what's happening too?
Well, we're just not saving him.
Well. Nah, not this time. Not this time. I expect you to do some business. You need to show me what you did in Germany. I don't care where you come from. At least you could do something. But they've had chances where I'm just like, come on.
I'm with Robin, man.
He's got one more year.
Robin. Yeah. For me, he's got another. Look, Lola's put it in point blank numbers that just back to Robin's point. He has 6 Premier League goals. That's not good enough.
Okay, hang on. Has he got more assists than goals?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a limit to first season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah,
there's
man.
a limit to
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
There's a limit to first season grace.
Nah, AD, he's not got more Premier League assists than goals. He has not.
The
stats are there, bro.
The stats are there.
I'm seeing 6 Premier League goals, but I'm saying he ain't got more assists in the league than goals.
Why not? 6 isn't a high number.
He's had assists. Yeah, he's got 6. He's got 6. He's got both 6.
Yeah, 6 goals.
He's got 6 assists.
He's got 6 goals.
Imagine before West Ham, he had more assists than goals. That's what I'm saying.
How many games has he played in the league?
He's played bare, man. He's played bare.
20 odds, high 20.
Like, what are we on? Like 30 games? He played minimum like 27.
He's played 31 games.
There you go.
Including those 31 games, he's played 6 off the bench. So
in the league?
25 starts.
Yeah.
In the league?
Yeah.
In the league.
He's played 31 times in the league.
Guys, Lampard never dropped him. And when Tuchel drops him, we don't win. Like, it's mad.
Jesus of Nazareth. He's played 31 Premier League games.
Oh, well.
No, that's a highlight.
Listen. Simple thing. He just needs to improve his finishing, bruv. Straight up, bruv.
He needs a brain transplant. He needs a psychologist. I'm being dead ass.
And then it goes back to my point. There's a limit to first season grace. There's a limit.
I heard actually. That's to show me something.
Guys, hold on. The greatest player to ever play in the league, bruv, needed grace, bruv.
No.
What was his first year numbers? What was all his first year numbers?
You got like 9?
Come on, guys. Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, if that. Henry's first year was awful.
This reminds me of man that justify Arteta by talking about Alex Ferguson. Let's look. It's a slippery slope.
Say that again.
You see the whole. Look at what Thierry Henry did in his first season. Give man grace. This is how Arsenal where they are right now because man are saying, Fergie didn't win a cup in his first 3 years. Let's give Arteta some more time. It's the same role.
It's a different era, bro.
I mean,
like bro. Come on, cuz. You know what I mean. Well, I'm not taking it that far, but obviously,
actually, David. Hey, David.
Yeah. All right, what? Cut it, yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Thierry Henry, if I could correct me if I'm wrong, did he join in 99-2000? Was that his first season? Because the numbers because the numbers I'm looking at in the league.
I've had a howler, yeah.
17 Premier League goals in his first year.
His first year was not bad.
Oscar Jones mad. Because it took like 10 games to get a goal.
It took a long time. That's one of my earliest memories in football is people. I remember we went to a house party one time and people were talking about Thierry Henry, like, oh, why did Arsenal get this bum? And then he just became like world class.
Guys, allow man to retract his statement. Give me grace, please.
That's fine.
I'll give you grace.
David, you're a sensible guy normally.
Give me grace, bro. Yellow card, bro. Yellow card.
And he played 31 games. He got 17 goals in the league. And 10 of those games, we saw his first 10, he didn't score.
Yeah,
so in 21 games, he got 17 goals.
Come on. Guys,
this is GT, bro.
Cool. I retract my statement. Hey, he's on the yellow card, bro. He's on the
yellow card. That yellow was warm. That yellow was warm. Before we move on, there was a couple comments where no, shout out, because I remember Robin, like fourth game of the season, he was like, Werner, watch. I was like, no, I'm not trying to do it. I'm like, no. But now, get this guy out of here, man. Timo is going to erase everything if he delivers in Europe. I don't think so. Ikla said, listen, when he rounds quarter, no, because Torres.
So is he going to be another Torres? Is he going to be another Torres?
He's still a flop.
Another Torres.
No, in the context of this season, if he bags for you in Europe and you end up winning it, like
Oscar, wait, tell me you're not happy when Chelsea went on to lift that trophy, bro.
Of course, I was happy,
bro. He contributed, bro. That was the thing. That's his
big man.
No.
Kalu contributed. What are we doing?
The rest of the thing was a flop.
So the Bertrands.
Man contributed to the big airs. Me seeing Lampard lift the big airs, bro. I'll take it. 50 million for that. Hey, I'm happy.
If he produces a clutch moment to win the Champions League.
David, do you know what happens? Yeah, if Torres missed that shot, Chelsea still go through. The goal didn't mean anything.
Oscar, come on.
I mean, if he misses, Chelsea still go through.
I heard that.
We were winning anyway. We were winning on away goals. No, we were winning on away goals. Then he scored to make us win it overall. So we won by, like, that was it. We were going through.
Hey, what? AD clanging and banging, yeah?
Over, man.
The Rock.
Wait, how's he saying I've lost my mind? What was my mind lost? Torres was a flop. Is this not news?
Okay, was it? Okay. Is it?
I always like Torres.
Oscar, did he effectively contribute to your double that year in 2012? What? Torres. Did he effectively contribute to that double that year?
Like, he got his medal, innit? He got his medal. Let him get his medal.
What I mean
is,
can we call him a flop if he actually did play a part in winning the Champions League and
the FA Cup? Yes, 145%.
Torres was way better the next season. He scored 20 goals and we didn't win nothing. He was way better that season. But in the 2012 season, he was trash. Like,
I'm not denying that. I'm not even denying that. But what I'm saying is, was he a flop overall when he's lifted up the Champions League?
I don't think one goal doesn't make you a flop. Like, you're still
he still flops. He still flops. Of course,
he flopped at Chelsea. I agree with that.
It's Naby Keita not a flop because they won the league.
I thought I was moving mad, bro. Shout out SW6, guys, and Iklas, bro. I thought I was moving mad, bro.
What are they saying?
They're saying Oscar out. Oscar is cancelled. Why? Because
Torres. Oscar, I disagree, man. I'm a just man. I'll stand with you.
Yeah, come on.
Oscar scored the goals in the FA Cup and Champions League.
Which FA Cup goal? I don't remember them. In the final.
Do you remember anyone that scored?
Wait, guys, what's going on here? Are we saying Fernando Torres was a flop for Chelsea?
No. The question is, was he a flop? And is he still a flop? Because I think we agreed he was a flop in general. But is he still a flop though he contributed to the Champions League?
So SW6 said I was wrong. He contributed. He's the goal scorer in the Europa League that we won. So when I said we won nothing, I was wrong. We won the Europa League that year. But We signed him for 50 million in 2012. Do you know what 50 million meant in 2012?
No, it meant bag.
It was a lot of
How much
money.
25 million was?
That was 2011, Oscar.
No.
It would have been 12. That was 11.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 11. Oh, it was 11. Guys, what people don't understand, what people are forgetting, we won the league in 2010. When we were signing Torres, it was like signing Harry Kane now. It was like, buy me the league.
Precisely.
Here you go. It was like Haaland. It wasn't like, let's sign a squad player to win a corner in the
It was like steroids because you already had Anelka and Drogba.
Like, I got love for Torres, by the way. I got love for Torres. If I see Torres on road, it's all love. I'll take a picture, I spud him. I love the guy. But
He better. Have you seen the size of him?
You can't tell me it wasn't. You can't tell me the transfer wasn't a success. I think he would tell you that.
Interessant. That would be interesting.
Man didn't even take a penalty in Munich.
Yeah, you had Drogba, bruv. Come on, man.
Yeah, there's 5 penalty takers, David. It's not just one. There's 5 penalty takers. I don't know man not taking a penalty.
So you wanted to take a penalty. So you wanted him to take a penalty and mess up the thing, guys.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
To be fair, I saw Ashley Cole scoring a penalty, blood. You know them way there. Like Ashley Cole.
Man. He's saying iconic moments don't make you not a flop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's move on.
Unbelievable.
He scored in yeah, against Atletico, we got knocked out. He scored the winner against City in the last minute. Yeah, that was a good goal. Had a lot of big moments overall, but didn't live up to the hype. Yeah,
these moments, but also
that's all I'm saying, kind.
I'm saying Oscar in the bin because we a 50 million payer. What is?
Do you know what? I have to be with Oscar on this one. I got to keep that same energy because I think Giroud's a flop. So if I think Giroud's a flop, then Torres, oh God.
Abdi, Iklas, Aston, everyone who's saying he's not a flop, go pull up 2012 league numbers for Torres, then get me 2014 league numbers, add them together, and it's not good enough for one season.
That bad.
Let's move on from Chelsea.
Man, are triggered today, bro. I don't know why I'm going, guys.
I don't have anything left, but let's discuss very quickly the Hall of Fame. The 2 inductees to the Premier League Hall of Fame. You've got Mr. Alan Shearer, 260 Premier League goals, bad boy, and we've got Thierry Henry, who we spoke about earlier, and I cannot believe he got 17 goals in 21 appearances for Arsenal. Phenomenal stuff. I've just pulled up as well because I was looking at his 2003 stats. You know, when he got 24 goals, he got 20 assists in that season.
Incredible.
24 goals and 20 assists in 2003. He lost the Ballon d'Or to Pavel Nedved. I was furious. Absolutely furious. But
man like
he's in the Hall of Fame.
That was scandalous.
Adrian, scandal beyond measure.
If I've ever seen it.
Scandal beyond measure. Titi standing next to Pavel Nedved. What did they win in 03? They were
Champions League. I said they won Champions League.
Juve?
Oh no, I was thinking AC. I don't know why. My bad.
Juve are still trying to. They're known for losing finals. They're worse than Tottenham.
I know.
Just a quick point on what Oscar was saying. Fernando Torres didn't get double figures in the league for Chelsea once. Not once.
No. In his first season at Chelsea, he joined in January. He played 14 games, scored 1 goal. Yeah? 1. Yeah? In 2011, 2012, he played 32 games. Peter, do you know how many goals he scored? 6. We're talking about Timo Werner here. This is Timo Werner reincarnation.
Timo Werner numbers. Werner 2.0.
All right, I move on, bruv. Why are you treating
Let's move on. I don't want to go through.
But yeah, no. We can all agree that the first 2 Hall of Famers were well deserved.
Spot on,
chosen.
Yeah. What I have a beef with is the rules. What in the blue hell are these rules? Robin, explain them to me because I don't know how they're justifying these rules.
I need to get the rules up because
the rules are interesting.
I don't want to personally.
I don't mind the rules. I don't mind the rules. So
listen, we all know who Hall of Famer is, bruv.
Yeah,
we don't need. There's no need for rules, bruv.
No. Yeah. David's 100% right.
So,
I hate this thing. Why are we talking about it?
And why are fans allowed to vote?
For those
fans out of here.
For those that know the rules are the player must have a minimum of 250 Premier League appearances unless they have achieved the following: made a minimum of 200 appearances for one club only.
Why?
Okay. Been selected to any of the Premier League team of the decade or 20-year anniversary teams. I didn't know we had one, but well, won a Premier League Golden Boot or Golden Glove, which is, I would say more than one, but fair enough, because anyone can win it. But yeah, voted Premier League Player of the Season, makes sense. Won 3 Premier League titles. I say 5. That's my opinion, but yeah.
Why do you have to have a certain amount of Premier League titles? Like, it doesn't make sense.
No, but I'll be honest, there needs to be criteria, though.
But Pete,
And the final one.
It's one of them.
It's one of.
It's one of.
Oh, okay, so you don't have to have it collectively.
No,
all together. Come on.
No.
So if you don't have any of these, then you have to make at least 250.
Yeah.
So on the basis that Shearer won it, is it simply because of his appearances at one club?
No, he scored 260 goals.
Yeah,
obviously we know that, but he doesn't mention that. He doesn't say most goals in Premier League.
I believe did he win Golden Boot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely won Golden Boot. Yeah.
Has he been player team of the decade? I think he has.
I don't know.
90s.
Man, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Did they do a team of the decade?
I don't care. They Shearer's in it.
Any player worth their salt would have qualified via one of these criteria.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about the criteria because that means you're eligible. It doesn't mean you're going to win the Hall of Fame. That makes sense. Or get in.
Yeah, no. For me, it's just a case of like, why, like. Okay, I see what you're saying, Robin, but it's like when I think about Shearer, now I have to think, okay, what was his criteria that he fits in? Oh, he's got golden boots. Okay, and it's like, can there not be a player that's as outstanding? And they're just like, for example, for Virgil van Dijk to ever be in the Hall of Fame, is it simply because he was in Team of the Year or Player of the Year? Whatever.
He's one PFA player.
But you see the problem. But you see the problem with that. Imagine you're a centre half, or like you're a defensive midfielder, wing back, whatever it is. You're not going to have the assists, the goals. You're not going to have. You may not have Player of the Year. It's very rare we get the back half of the pitch. The goalkeeper only gets it on the Golden Glove. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit. It's funny.
Or 100 clean sheets. They need at least 100 clean sheets.
Well, we haven't played that many.
Hang on a minute. Does Makelele make it?
No, why would he?
He just makes it eligible, but yeah, doesn't mean he gets that.
He's not making it. And
my only
is he eligible? Sorry.
Makelele is eligible because he won 3 Premier Leagues.
My only gripe is fact.
I was gonna say, did he win 3?
He didn't win 2010.
I was gonna say he wasn't there. But like, for example, and then you have to be retired and free. You have to be retired. How long? How long is it from the August?
A year ago.
Guys,
a year ago.
Guys, this Hall of Fame is trash. Caesar Sense has asked a question. He said, "Do you guys think it's an American thing?"
100%.
I think it's a branding thing. I think it's a silly thing to get us
Franchise.
to argue about who should be in there and who shouldn't. It's nice that these people get honoured. It's nice.
By the way, fans should not be allowed to vote. That's a joke.
That's my only thing. That is my only problem because you're gonna have.
Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it, bro?
Bad people are going to do it. They're going to vote random people that don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. That's
like who, bro?
That's what the criteria is there.
All Man United players are getting in the Hall of Fame. Anyone that's ever played for Man United is getting it.
So does Van Persie make Hall of Fame? Because Van Persie's on the 23-man shortlist.
Yes,
no,
Van Persie will make it.
Why?
Everyone that played for Manchester United will get in there. They have the biggest fan
I
base.
don't think Van Persie deserves Hall of Fame.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it.
That's what I'm saying,
he doesn't deserve it.
I'm saying the fans will vote him in, and that's my problem.
Just scrap it, bro. This Hall of Fame is dumb, then.
But so far, we're happy with the top 2. Let's rant when there's a repug individual in there, and we can just floor it. But right now, we are happy. It's a safe bet to put those 2. By the way, like in terms of like who the next 2 should be, who's got your votes? Very quickly.
Rooney's
Lampard and Terry.
I need to look.
Rooney's not allowed.
Because he only retired this year. That's why he's not allowed.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Rooney's not allowed to be in it, which is
Terry's one.
John Terry. What the next 2? Yeah,
Lamps and Terry.
But no Man United players.
We got. There's Cantona. I think Cantona has a shot.
Cantona has to go in there, blood. Are you dumb?
Cantona has a shot.
Yeah, what? No, he'll get in there eventually. But what I'm saying is, who is the next two? Who, in your opinion, they have to go in there?
Can I be honest?
I have to look at this list.
It would have been Ryan Giggs and Sean Terry for me.
I've got another. I've got another.
It would have been.
I've got another.
I'll be honest.
I've got another Man United player. I've got another Man United player that I think people sleep on. This is a player that I think is slept on.
What? Roy Keane?
Not by Man United fans as such, because I think Man United fans probably adore him. But this guy is slept on in football for a time. His name is Andrew Cole. When you think about what this guy did for Manchester United and the goals, bro,
Even Newcastle.
Listen, the next
Even
two,
Newcastle.
he needs to be in the next two.
I'm not Andy
joking.
Cole is why I get level 1 trims.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That's why you make rap music as well.
Bro, what? Oscar, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? Oscar, correct me if I'm wrong. He scored how many Premier League goals, if you remember off the top of your head? And apparently he didn't take penalties. What was I hearing?
187.
Yeah.
187, and he didn't take penalties. And Shearer scored 60 penalties of his 260 goals.
Yeah.
Man, them.
Oh,
Man,
I'm
them.
surprised it's only 60, you know?
Is the only 2 going in?
It's 2 at a time.
No. I think 6 more. I think 6 more are going in.
Okay, look
Well,
at
he's trying to
Eston playing Giggs and Rudy. Giggs should never be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Hey, fam.
Now, Giggs does make it. Giggs does make it.
Let me
We can't speak about Giggs right now.
On paper, he makes it. But it's a question of what individual.
On paper, Robin's gone, so I can talk through it. Giggs should never make it. Yeah,
Oscar,
before Giggs, I want to see Scholes, I want to see Keane, I want to see Neville, I want to see all them man before Keane, before Giggs.
Oscar, when in the group chat today, where I was like, "Wow, what's wrong with Giggs going in there?" David's like, "Fam, do your research." Yeah, literally, he said to me, "Type in Google Giggs." I literally typed in Ryan. I hadn't got to the G. I typed in Ryan, and the first thing at the top, I said, yeah. Okay, do you know what? This is peak.
He's an animal, man.
If we're talking on the 100 meters of grass, Oscar, can he not go in there? Can he not go in there?
He's going in there off longevity alone. He's like the Big Show. He's just been around.
Yeah,
he's been around for that long. He's just been around.
But can I be honest with you? That in itself is not easy. A man's won 13 Premier League trophies as a player.
Guys,
Torres won the Champions League, bro.
No, come on. There's a difference between lucking your way into being in a successful setup and being an integral part of something. Okay, maybe not towards the latter years, but brother, that level of consistency, 13 Premier League trophies. I'm so sorry.
Right,
was he the best thing I've ever seen? No. Is he a bit of a longevity merchant? Maybe so. But brother, the proof's in the pudding. Like, I can't argue with it.
Guys, anyone who started, like, I fell in love with the Premier League in the 90s, but the 90s have to go in first, bruv. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm with David on that.
Honestly, I'm not having it.
I mean, technically, that disqualifies Henry.
But do you know what? Adrian, do you know what's interesting about that?
What's
Yeah,
that?
I think Henry gets into the first two because Shearer obviously gets there because he's the highest of all time.
Yeah.
But Thierry Henry is clearly showing that he's the best ever.
Yeah, he was
in the Premier League. It's clear. It's clear because how he goes in level with Shearer is fantastic. It's clearly a mark of, because I agree with David. It should be the 90s guys getting there. You know what I mean? Get their shine. The next two, for me, one of them is Andrew Cole. You can fight about the rest. I want Andrew Cole next.
Sorry, Andrew Cole's not first ballot. There was a lot of names that come before Andrew Cole on that list. Lola.
Excuse me.
No, Terry for me, to be fair.
No, wait. First ballot.
No.
Andrew Cole over Terry any day.
Huh?
Andrew Cole goes in
first. You all understand this guy? You lot are mad, bro.
Are we doing this? Time. Are we doing this?
I don't care, bro.
Oscar, Andrew Cole is in the next two. I'm not fighting him.
You don't have to fight with me, but the people
His first ballot.
When that ballot comes out and it's not Andy Cole, you'll see why. You'll see racism that day.
You know why.
I love Andy Cole, so I'm not dissing him. I love Andy Cole, but
bro, to be fair to Oscar, yeah, what's his name? Man's won five Premier League titles. 5
Premier Leagues. Played 38 games in all of them.
How many? Out of the Man United players, who's won the most Premier League titles? I'm guessing Giggs, right?
Ryan Giggs, 13.
13.
Yeah, so that's why I said Terry and Giggs would be my next two if I was.
So what? Neville must have like 10.
Yeah. And then up until the point Jerome Thomas bucked him. After that West Brom game, he just retired.
Former Arsenal. Uncle Ian. Ian, right.
And
it's still Bunge on Terry, but
question for the Arsenal fans: how far does Bergkamp go up there in terms of Hall of Fame?
It's not a question how far. Can I see him?
Bergkamp's in the category with Giggs.
As I said, the 90s first, please. As I said, simple. The 90s first, man.
Right, for that comment. The next two.
Hey, what did you say?
The next two.
I said
Andrew Cole, Dennis Bergkamp. That's your next two.
Here we go.
Andrew Cole, Dennis Bergkamp. Next.
I said Bergkamp's in the same league as Giggs.
You unbelievable swine.
What? What's
unbelievable swine?
You rate Giggs?
Fam, I don't put him in the same brat.
You rate Giggs?
Brother, all I'm going to say, 13 Premier Leagues.
Listen.
Tell me the other person that's done it.
Hey, AD, who told him to commit crime, bruv? Move yourself, blood.
Yeah, no.
My bad.
Cut out, blood.
I was just speaking on paper.
He needs to dip, bruv. That's his fault, bruv.
You cannot, Oscar, never again in your life put Bergkamp and Giggs in the same sentence.
Wait, so wait, you think Bergkamp's a class above Ryan Giggs?
You're damn right. Look at his behaviour. Look at him.
Off the pitch. Bro.
Look at him.
I understand that. But Giggs won 13 Premier League titles. I heard it so many times in the past 5 minutes.
He's like Bobby Moore. He's a heart of hope. Dennis Bergkamp. How dare you? He's like Roger Moore.
No, because to be fair,
Harry Swine.
One of Giggs' finest moments in United, was him taking his shirt off, waving it. We all saw the hairy swine that day. And he's waving his shirt around, and Dennis Bergkamp missed a penalty that day. So,
do you know what Bergkamp did the following couple of seasons? He went unbeaten in one of them. He won the double. He won the double, and then he went unbeaten. He won the double and went unbeaten. Do you remember his World Cup goal for Holland? Do you remember his World Cup goal for Holland against Argentina? Listen, don't ever in your life.
Premier League, by the way.
Why are we going about them?
Tell me about his World Cup goal in 2002. Oh, that's right. Didn't qualify.
How many times has Wales been there? Hang on. How many? Oscar. How many apps does Ryan Giggs have for Wales?
I don't know.
He's a scumbag. I'm not even trying to hear it. He has like under 40.
Guys.
Like under 40.
Manager. Why hasn't he been sacked?
No, not anymore. No, Oscar, not anymore. No, he's not going to the Euros anymore.
No, but he's on gardening leave. He's still Wales manager.
Yeah. It's technicality.
Guys, he's got open cases and he's not been sacked.
Guys,
what's going on? This privilege.
He's a vile man.
To Ernest's comment, bro, if he had not committed no crimes, he would have been first. He would have been in, bruv, already, guys. There's no way you don't put Giggs in first, bruv. He would have been in, but no.
There's 20 better players than him. Why is he going
Giggs ain't going in first. Giggs ain't going in first.
I'll be honest.
I'm saying in the first crop of people, he does go in.
Giggs is like Giggs is like the Undertaker. The longevity. He's in the conversation.
Yeah, facts.
He's Big Show.
Okay, fair enough. Big Show. Yeah, okay, fine.
I would have said Big Show. I think Undertaker's apt.
Undertaker's not peak.
No, that's the level of longevity and consistency, bro. Every year at WrestleMania, man delivered. 13, but I don't think you understand. 13 Premier League trophies, bro. 13 of them.
And 2 Champions Leagues as well.
They would have won like 7 of those without Giggs.
I mean, he was that, but that's by the by. He was there.
You apart.
We spent way too much time on this. Also, one more interesting thing. They only had one goalkeeper in that list, Peter Schmeichel. Obviously, Peter Schmeichel is definitely a Hall of Famer.
They need to add another PR. Need to add another PR into that. Need to add another PR into that conversation. Petr Cech. It's outrageous. It's egregious.
Petr Cech is Hall of Fame.
Can I throw one?
He's the first crop. He should be in that crop, right?
Can I throw another one as well? Because I think arguably David Seaman.
David Seaman should be there.
Yeah, he should be there.
I don't think it's arguable.
If you're gonna have 3 goalkeepers, Seaman, Cech, Schmeichel.
Yeah, but Cech like Seaman should get in like when David James gets in.
Oscar, I'm seeing Robin van Persie, David James. David James.
I'm
Wait, this is a player who played up front for Man City. David
No,
James.
Stuart Pearce is a nutcase. I hate that man. John Mackin was on the bench. He knew City career was over.
Bro, I'll tell you why I strongly dislike him. He took Wilshere to an under-21s tournament when he should have been playing for England. The frigging moron. Oh, I won't forget that either.
They call him, what did they call him? Mental. They call him nutter for
He's a nutcase. He's an absolute
psycho. That's it. They call him psycho.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours 30, bruv.
All right. Just quickly, give me your two. Say your two now. Go.
Oh, we've done it already, Peter.
You didn't say your two.
Yes, Ernie, you're just man still.
Literally. Oh, okay, fine. Sorry. Player of the week then. Jeez.
I said Terry and Lampard like an hour ago.
Yeah, not everybody else hasn't done their two.
Fair enough.
Let's just hear Oscar and we just move on.
Donuts. I would say.
Player of the week. Chris Wood. Come on, Chris Wood. Come on.
Chris Wood is player of the week. Yeah.
Hat trick. Got
100%.
a hat trick away at Molineux. It's a tough ground.
Yeah.
By the way, Wolves got slapped up, bro. They got slapped about. Anyway,
Yeah, they got
absolutely
they got
handled
vibes.
and mangled. Who is the goal of the? Oscar Back's a racist. He's cancelled. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hey, listen.
What's an adulterer? A racist? His record is not good. His record is not. First ballot, get that stepping with Giggs. You and Giggs need to sit down together and get in the third ballot. Okay, you're going round.
I got anywhere with that man.
This is a man who parked in a disabled space. And he's not even freaking disabled.
Why do you mention that every time? It's
do you know what? It's because I saw it. The thing is, it's because I saw it with my own eyes. Like
Disregard.
He could drive inside the stadium and park his car. He
Scumbag.
parked across the road from the stadium on a disabled bay. Cretin.
Sums the guy up.
Yeah, it sums him up. He's the kind of person that would unplug a machine if you're on life support. He'll just to charge his phone.
Yeah.
He would unplug the support machine and plug his phone. That's the kind of scum we are talking about.
In 2015, he played 38 games though. Won the league.
Oscar, get the heck.
listen.
Oscar,
Next award.
Oscar, you're done. You're done.
Next award.
You're done out here.
Listen,
We're not hearing this.
Listen, Nigel Farage, take a seat, okay? You, Giggs, and Terry can go go meet at the tombola, okay? And we'll find you in the next.
You're not laughing now, are you?
Who is the goal of the week? Yeah, you all laughing.
I've just seen goal of the week, senior man.
Yeah, senior man. I like Robin. It's a bang.
I said goal.
I haven't seen
it beats Salah's. It beats Salah's goal.
He touching the finish.
No,
Salah's goal was naughty.
Was sick.
I do think senior man
collection.
Okay, I have to take your word for it.
No, but it's like 50-50. Both of the goals are quite similar.
Okay, yeah.
It's democracy. We live
Obviously, I'm going for Salah. I'm going for the best goal that I physically saw.
I'm going for Salah because I didn't see obviously Kelechi's one.
Kelechi, fam.
Oh, Oscar, Robin, do you want to vote or
We both said.
I said senior man Kelechi.
Yes, 3-2.
okay? So Kelechi wins the goal of the week. Who's the team of the week?
Lil. Lil's the team of the week.
You know who team of the week are? Burnley.
Yeah.
They batted up Wolves 4-0 on
Burnley.
BBC One, blood. On BBC
Burnley.
One.
Not Everton winning at the Emirates.
No, man.
That didn't even play well.
We'll say that for the other award.
Arsenal are just garbage. Hot steaming pile of crap.
Burnley's team of the week, man.
Hot and steaming is a hilarious combination.
Burnley's team of the week, yeah.
But Lil are doing the thing on the low though. Just keep an eye out on them.
Who is not that guy this week?
David, take it away.
David, it's actually quite an easy one for you.
This one is very simple one.
Very simple.
You know, they didn't ruin the weekend, but it was on the eve, basically, the weekend. So this gentleman, born 4th of March, 1992.
Damn.
So I'm a year older than him. He's 29. And this clown is just, where was he born? Just Germany, bruv. Yeah. I just make this simple, bruv. There's a reason why Man Utd still Germany's number one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bruv, man's only played 8 games there. He made his debut in Germany 2016, whenever that was. He's only played 8 games, bruv. Yeah? And there's a reason why, bruv. Because you're a pile of trash, bruv. Oscar's been trying to tell me about you, but I said, let me defend it. You've been saving us for the past 3 seasons. But this year, I've had enough, blood. You're absolute tool, bruv. Yeah? I don't even have anything else to say, bruv. Friday evening, we got 5, I don't know how many thousand people protesting outside. Yeah? And luckily, they weren't letting inside the stadium, bruv, because fam would have come after your head, bruv. Yeah?
Hey, so, the booing at the last game of the season is going to be rife. It's going to be rife. Oh, 10,000.
Absolute clown show, bruv. Richarlison is down the right. He's badding up Granit Xhaka at left back. You're even deceiving, man. That's how our stand. We're crying out for hope, bro. Xhaka at left back is because he gave us a good performance the other day, yeah? He got badded up. Richarlison badded him up the whole night. He comes down the right, puts in a nothing cross, and your idiot head don't know how to close your legs, bro.
Such a Cruyff turn it.
Right, man, you let the ball in the back of the net, and who you looking, bruv? I see Rob Holding just standing there like, fam, what can I, bruv, you man can't blame me today, cuz.
I mean, I'm bad, so I don't do that.
Bro, the whole back 4 can't even say nothing, blood. We're all in position. All you had to do was catch the ball, blood. But now, you have to let it through your legs here. Bert Leno, you're not that guy, bruv! Sort it out, bruv. Idiot, man. Clown.
Bro, you know, he's not even second choice goalkeeper at Germany.
He's third.
I don't think he's third. I don't even think he's third. Because I remember seeing
that was a good crop, though. Like Ter Stegen.
Yeah, exactly. I remember seeing there was a big squad. There was Nurbil, Ter Stegen, Manuel Neuer, and then Leno came 4th. I remember that.
Nurbil.
I was thinking, yo, this is peak.
Bruv, there's the man that fell off, like Timo Horn.
He's not going to the World Cup, bruv. He was selected in the provisional squad in 2018, bruv. He didn't make it, bruv. Because he's garbage, bruv. Pull your crap out, man. Donut, man.
Oh,
absolute tool,
even Kevin Trapp still gets games.
K-Trap.
Kevin Trapp. Oh my god.
That's a
Kevin
Trapp.
I told you, we signed it for how much?
That's what they call it with FIFA.
20 million quid.
Ah, come on, guys. 20
million quid.
Absolute bum.
So is he a bad goalkeeper then?
Oh, he's a bum.
I don't agree.
Martinez got the last laugh.
I mean, he's at Villa. Let's keep it a buck. Listen, guys, let's not act like...
And he's balling out, to be fair.
Bro,
who's goalkeeper for the season?
Whose life is better? Whose life is better this season?
Peter, I've had enough, man.
Yeah,
I've had enough of shot.
Robin brought up Martinez, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, but everyone at Villa's had a better season than everyone at Arsenal. So let's just let that one go.
Well, let's see if we win the Europa League. We'll see how that happens. Oscar, tomorrow, Real Madrid against Chelsea. Who's winning?
I think we can get a score draw. I'm hoping for an away goal. Score draw. I'm going to say 1-1.
Listen, you see that Madrid team, I don't like it, bruv.
I don't like it either.
Do you know what's going to be more funny? Perez is going to be on a mad thing. He's going to do some way, somehow, pay whoever he needs to pay to win the Champions League just to have the last laugh. And that
Oscar, you thought you got done against Barcelona. You ain't seen nothing yet. Oh my god! Night.
I know, because it's going to work against us. Because basically, everyone's saying that because Perez tried to start the breakaway from UEFA, that the referees are going to favour Chelsea and not Real Madrid. But I think they're already playing up to it in press conferences. So the players, the Real Madrid players, are going to get into the referees' heads and say, "Don't you dare give us like any cheap free kicks." Now it's in the referee's mind. It's going to play on their mind.
He's going to play in their mind.
If there's a 50-50 opportunity to give Chelsea a penalty, they might say, "Oh, I don't want to look like I'm bumping Real Madrid."
Yeah.
So they might not give it to us. But we just need to beat them, innit? I don't really care about referees. We need to beat them.
Oscar, get ready for what we call in some countries bent over. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, man.
I think it's something polite, like football heritage.
I say, in what country is that? What the flip?
Some countries they call it that.
Where? Australia.
Other countries are available.
Fair enough. I mean,
Wednesday night.
I'm the one who's cancelled.
Teach their own.
Listen, all I'm saying is after you've had a few and you're in Valencia, You don't look back.
Next
when-
week.
I'm not trying to get cancelled, bro. So
Wednesday night, PSG at home to Manchester City.
Mind, you know.
Tasty,
Right,
tasty.
Allez, les Blues. You see that back line?
Yeah.
You see that back line?
You know what?
City?
Yeah,
Woo.
Robin, I'm torn.
It's the same team. It's the same thing.
Because I want Mbappe and Neymar sauce all day long, lifting the big ears. However, I'm Guardiola's lawyer that I need to see him win the Champions League.
Yeah,
For
man.
it to just be sealed, but it's Man City. That's the problem. Like I don't want English teams doing anything niche.
Screw Man
But
City.
Mr.
Yeah,
Guardiola,
City, man.
Mr. Guardiola winning if he loses to Mbappe and Neymar,
Which he will. He will.
No, hey, hold on. What's
Mbappe-
PSG's midfield saying?
Mbappe, Di Maria's there. Verratti's there.
Workman.
Verratti is there.
I think City will take it though. City will.
That's what I'm saying,
City
bro.
will
What's the
take it.
Portuguese brother? The black one.
Oh,
Danilo Pereira.
Danilo Pereira.
Yeah.
Diallo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Danilo Pereira. Yeah.
Yes, it's Danilo, no? Yeah, Danilo, no?
Isn't there two? There's a Danilo and there's a Diallo.
Yeah, Abi Diallo is a centre back, and then there's
Yeah, I don't know which one's which.
Listen, if
Look,
PSG don't have the ball, they're not scoring, bruv.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
It could be 80% Man City possession.
Listen. You're trying to say John Stones versus Kylian Mbappe.
No,
That's a lot of-
Robin, use your head, bruv. We all know football, them man are killers, innit, yeah?
Mm.
But, bruv, City know how to keep the ball, bruv.
yeah, word, man.
I know that.
So
So the PSG.
Yeah, preloaders comment, please. From when Werner was cooking City's defense, Mbappe will cook.
Hello.
He needs to get the ball though.
You need to have the ball.
He needs to have the ball.
When Neymar gets on the ball, he's going to be making ratatouille in between Diaz and.
I remember there's Di Maria and there's Verratti.
David, what I will say is Pep Guardiola might overthink this, bro. And he might turn up. He might turn up at Paris Saint-Germain. Where is it? At the Parc des Princes.
Yeah.
He might turn up there.
Etihad. I think it's at Etihad first game.
No, I don't think so. Let me have a look. No, PSG's.
We play a back five. We play Cancelo, CDM. Like
All of a sudden, Zinchenko will be in defensive midfield, and we'll just be like, "What is going on here?"
Rodri will be in the 10.
SW said PSG are going to do it because they beat Bayern. He said City are not better than Bayern. Sorry. Yes, they are. In my
Yes,
opinion.
they are. Yes, they are.
City are better than Bayern. But
I'm sorry.
PSG is just a mad thing. If Neymar and Mbappe, because I don't think PSG are better than any team they face. I think Neymar and Mbappe are on smoke. Yeah? If they get unleashed, it's over.
Oscar, but that's the thing. If Man City give away possession and there's a counter, listen, it could be a wrap. But Man City's possession could be 90%.
Who? The only person you can unleash right now is Foden. Everyone else in their team is looking sus.
No, I'm just saying, Oscar, holding the ball. It's one leg. You know, like it's the first leg, sorry. Holding the ball, taking it to the Etihad, and then we'll go play games. It's interesting, man. Like PSG on the counter will be lethal. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Listen, the Champions League is heading to France. That's what I'm telling you now.
But then again, you man. But then, like obviously, Pep Guardiola's not an idiot. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna account for these things. Like he's not gonna give Mbappe the whole of the park.
Bro,
I think it's a fascinating contest, man.
It's gonna be brilliant to watch.
It will be brilliant to watch. It'll be brilliant to watch. Okay, let's move on.
Do we have to do Premier League? Premier League is done, bro.
Let's just move on. I'm in the Europa. Don't worry, I'm in the Europa.
Yeah,
Manchester United versus Roma. Manchester United versus Roma at Old Trafford.
It's going to be 1-1.
Come on, Henrik Mkhitaryan. Come on.
Guys, give me the final the TL needs. Yeah, give it.
What? Roma versus Arsenal.
Your game.
Yes.
Yeah, I need
Roma versus
it.
Arsenal.
I need it. The Arsenal versus Man United in the Europa.
Yeah, we need that. We need that.
Bigger than the Super Bowl. It's bigger than any. That's so big. I need it.
Guys, we need the Champions League final this year. In our eyes, of course.
Bro, I will have.
If the Champions League final is Chelsea versus City, then Man United versus Arsenal is bigger than that game. It's bigger.
Hey, listen, for the culture, you're damn right.
Yo,
You
you
are
man,
damn right.
Rob Madrid are fighting to uphold football heritage, you know, brother. He can't let the blood money of Abramovich win. They can't let the oil money of PSG or Man City win. Real Madrid are doing this for the football clubs, for history. This is football heritage at stake here. I'm being deadly serious.
No, you're right.
Deadly serious.
Guys,
Real
honestly,
Madrid are the gatekeepers.
I will be sick all day on that final. I tell you, I couldn't stomach it. I could not stomach it. Because if Man United beat us, blood, which is more than likely.
Just ruin it, man.
The thing is, whoever wins, their set of fans are going to be unbearable.
It's carnage.
Yeah.
It's going to be carnage.
But I know it will be the funniest night of Twitter ever because the memes will just be delicious.
That's the thing. Listen, like everybody is behind.
Delicious.
No, you're right. Everybody is going to be behind Arsenal and Man United to get through the semi-final.
Yeah,
but even then, even if Arsenal lose, it will still be funny because it's against Unai Emery. So there is something to talk about there anyway.
But no one wants to see Man United versus Villarreal. No one wants to see that.
Let's keep it a buck.
That's not Super League worthy. That's not Super League worthy. Come on.
It's not.
That's not even Premier TV worthy.
Do you know how much money, how much box office money Man United Arsenal in the Europe League final will be? It will be. They're going to break records.
That's bigger than the Champions League final.
Yeah. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Anyway, Oscar, so are we saying Man United are going to beat Roma in the first leg? Robin says a draw, so that's interesting.
United win.
Yeah. First leg, it's always second leg. Second leg is always the big one.
Yeah, that's not based on how things have gone. That's not a bad shot.
Okay, Villarreal Arsenal away.
2-0 to Villarreal.
I don't know.
2-0 Villarreal.
Why are you lot so crap?
The thing is, Oscar, do you know what, I'm more confident away at Villarreal, but it's the home game being second that friggin' is dreading me.
This has got away goals written all over it.
Honestly, like
Villarreal Olympiacos last year written all over it.
Oh yeah. And you look at our home record this season; it's atrocious. I think we've lost like 10 home games. We've lost like 10 home games this season.
Peter, you're right. You know,
it's atrocious.
I actually think you get a result out there.
I think
fluff your lines at the Emirates.
I agree. I think we'll do okay out there. It's the second leg that has got me nervous. It's got me nervous.
As much as I want the timeline to be fun, I think Villarreal go through, in my opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And Robin will milk it in.
I won't milk it in because I actually want the timeline final. I actually do. It'll be hilarious. I actually do, but I don't think you're going to make it.
I mean, Robin, either way you'll be laughing, isn't it? Either they get knocked out in the semi-finals or you beat them in the final. So.
Oh, no. If we beat Arsenal in the final, you will not hear it from the end of me for the next month. I don't mind winning.
Month, is that all?
and listen, mate, rightly
because you denied them Champions League as well.
Denying us Champions. Oh, Adrian, you know what's at stake here,
brother?
Let me tell you. Vomiting, projectile vomiting, and diarrhea will be my meal all day long.
Wait a minute. Wait. So if you win this and Liverpool come fourth, we don't get Champions League?
No, I think you do.
Okay. No, because it would have to take Chelsea dropping out, finishing fifth, and then winning the Champions League, and Arsenal winning the Europa League.
If Chelsea won the Champions League and didn't finish in the top four, and Arsenal won the Europa League and didn't finish in the top four, well, go on.
Fourth place goes to Europa.
I mean, you make your bed, so you lie in it. Go live
Oh God.
Even the fourth. I'm even speaking prematurely. Man, never get the fourth anyway. So
yeah, that could be a Leicester.
You know what? I'll be gutted for West Ham if West Ham made fourth and then they just like had to go to Europa. I'll be gutted for them.
We did that to Tottenham in 2012. That was a great.
Do you know how torn I was about whether Chelsea winning the Champions League was better or worse than Tottenham making the Champions League? I thought, you know what? I'll let Tottenham go in. Chelsea winning the Champions League is just
yeah. Because you can't take that back. Like if Spurs
they're the only team in London to win European Cup, and if another European team win it, they're the first. So,
God, oh dear.
London's blue. Huh?
Robin knows what he's talking about. He knows ball.
Yeah, London is blue at Jace.
By the way,
it's blue until someone else says the Champions League.
But like we won the FA Cup last year against Chelsea. Do you know them ones? It's like, okay, when's it going to count?
Champions League, mate.
Yeah. For me,
they are on the biggest trophy, whether we like it or not.
I think what helps it, but it's back in 2012. I mean, what color is Milan? Is it red and blue or is it black and blue? Do you know what
That's an eternal battle.
Exactly. Well, there you go. Exactly.
I mean, they share the same bloody stadium. So
Yeah.
That is an eternal battle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that, guys, people, sums up the fixtures. I guess nobody cares about weekend, even though Man United are playing Liverpool. Okay.
Oh yeah,
just win. That's all I need.
Nah.
Dub.
I want to see Liverpool in Europa. Come on, let's go.
Our record at Old Trafford is horrendous, by the way. Like, even in our good period, it's not.
Yeah, it's not
Wait.
great. It's not great.
No, it can't be. The last one I remember is 2014.
Yeah, it was.
Luis
It was
Suarez.
2014. Yeah. It was
Holy
2014.
smokes, that is
It was
nasty.
2014 when he destroyed Man United that day.
I remember
But
he was diving and all sorts, but yeah.
trust that, people, sums up the Top 4 podcast this week. Thank you for locking in. Make sure you check us out on YouTube at Top 4 Podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud as well, on Twitter at Top 4 Podcast, and of course the Instagrams.
How many subs away from 100?
What's the dealio? What's the dealio, peeps?
We were at 87 last time I checked.
Pick up SW6 with the Champers, fam. I'm ready, fam. I'm ready to. We need to do a Top 4 live, and we just bust the champs.
I mean, okay, fair enough. I was going to say, I mean, we are live now, you know.
in June.
I was thinking,
You know,
in
June we do a summer thing. Are we going to be doing pods throughout the summer? By the way,
Depends.
What the Euros say.
Well,
like the Euros is a hypers thing still. That's going to be the hypers
You man,
thing.
I don't know if I'm weird. I've got an aversion with football in the summer. You know, I just like to switch off, bro. You know, I just like.
I get.
I can't lie. When the World Cup is on, I am there.
No, yeah, I'm dead. I mean,
It felt like last summer we didn't really stop innit, because the Champions League was like a tournament, and then we went straight back in.
Adrian, come to Formula One in the summer, fam. I'll look after you, bro.
I can't do that.
I'll look after you, bro.
When's the playoffs? I might do that.
Brother said basketball. Flip it out.
No, basketball's lit, man.
No, I like
honest. As a sport, it looks funner than football. Like, football's boring, you know. I'll be honest.
Liverpool's hurt.
No. As in objectively, like I couldn't like tell a outsider to sit down and watch this and expect them to be entertained.
But
like, you have to be invested in it.
I'm with you on that.
Basketball, you can just watch it.
Basketball's too wild, though. There's too much. Like, the defending is so bad.
That's what I'm saying.
100 points aside.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude. Yeah, let's bring it down a peg. But yeah, it is fun. It is fun to watch, no doubt. All right, people. Until next week, Monday, 8 p.m. We are out. Peace.